All right. We are live. Cajun Coin Hunter here with you today, this evening, uh, aka Boudreaux. How y'all are? All righty. Oh, man, I forgot to pop out my chat. That won't take but a minute. But how's everybody doing this Friday evening? Uh, get my chat popped out in a second here. All right. We got Raging Cajun in the house with us right off the bat. What's up, Raging? Who's that?
I don't know, traveling eastbound headed to Louisville. Wow.
Okay. Now, got that off.
I'm like, whoa.
I was like, yeah, who's that damn Phil guy in here? I didn't let him in here yet.
Well,
All right.
after we drop this load in Louisville, we're headed home
Oh, okay. Going, y'all off for what? 3 or 4 days
until next Monday.
till next Monday.
Yep.
You mean this
11th.
coming Monday? This coming Monday?
No.
Oh, so you're gonna be off for like 9 or 10 days?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right. That'll work. I think you had mentioned that a while back that you was gonna take a week, little over a week off or something like that.
A week of vacation time.
Yeah. It's been a year already.
A year.
It's been a year y'all working for the company already?
Yeah.
Damn, time flies. Time
We got
flies.
technically we could take 2 weeks vacation, but we're only taking a week.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I guess we accumulate it every week.
Every year, you mean? Or every week?
Yeah, you get so much every week or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can take. They give up to 3 weeks of vacation time a year, every year.
Wow. But that's not paid vacation.
No, that's paid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that works. I guess they just take an average of what you've been making over the last year. You know, they put everything down. 'Cause y'all get paid by the mile, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. They just uh, add all your weeks, or add all your paychecks together, and then divide them by 52, and that gives you a yearly, an average of what you made that year per week. Some weeks you'll make, say, this is hypothetical, okay? Some weeks you'll make $500. Some week you'll make $350. That's $850. But if you put those 2 weeks together, divided by two, well, 500, that's 850. That'd be four and a quarter that you averaged, in those 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So you do that for a year, though, you get a, bigger uh, idea of what, a more true uh, average when you do a lot of it. So, yeah, that works, man. Geez, that's a pretty good company, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the whole industry is like it's being freight shook right now.
For what?
Freight shook. It means there's little to no freight out here.
Oh, Rich.
more trucks than there is freight.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Well, with the type of year it is, I mean, it's kind of expected.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you. They want to see what the economy is going to be doing before they, like in 08, 09, when the economy crashed.
Yep.
The stock market all went down. Hell, my sister, her and her husband, they lost, I want to say 150, 160,000 between the
Man.
both of them and their 401ks. That's how much they lost. It could have been worse. Some people, man, they lost their whole 401ks almost. They had like 250,000, 300,000 in there, and then they were left with only like 50,000. So they had to build back up from that. But man, oh boy, man, when you got $300,000 and then all of a sudden you ain't got but 50,000, man, you got robbed.
Yeah.
You got that feeling like you open your door to your vehicle and you're like, your radio is gone. Uh, there's shit everywhere in the truck, and it's like, oh man, somebody broke in my truck, stole my radio. That happened to me. I was in my Silverado when I was Thanksgiving morning. So that happened Thanksgiving sometimes at 4 o'clock or whatever, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving Day. I went to open up my truck. I had to go let some contractors into the building that we were building. And boof, there was my radio. And man, that was a nice radio. And it came with that truck. Had the removable face. I want to say I removed the face and, put it under the seat. Well, I guess somebody knew that, knew where to look, because some people, that's all they do is throw it under their seat.
Yeah.
And then when they steal the radio, if they see no face on the AM FM radio, they're gonna look under the driver's seat, and if it's there, then they're gonna steal the radio. What's up, Russ?
Mud, are you live?
Yep.
I don't see nobody in the chat.
Yeah, I don't either.
What's all that rumbling I keep hearing?
Oh man, that's my fan. Crap. I'm on a different. Oh, let me try something here.
I don't hear it right now. Right there is where I heard it.
That's what Raging did. He cleared his throat.
Okay.
When you said, I heard it right there. Let me try something again.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing on your end.
Hello. Let me turn this down. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, is it low or is it about medium or what?
Sounds about like it normally does.
Do you hear any background noise?
No, I didn't hear it from you, Noah. I think I heard him earlier. It was just kind of a weird, loud. I don't know what it was.
Because this laptop mic, my other mic, I mean, it's all lit up and all that stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I know who that is. Be right back.
Oh man. We got 25 miles to my destination.
Where you headed?
Dynacraft in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Gonna drop this load, and after that, I'll pick up an empty and head down to Nashville.
I got you.
And then home time.
Yeah.
After 8 weeks of being out on the road, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I heard that.
We picked this load up out of California. Then I get to Joplin, Missouri last night, where our main yard is. I roll in just to get a truck wash, and well, wash bay was down, inspection bay was open. I pull in there, and I had to put the trailer in the shop for brakes. I'm like, fuck! I just came in here to get a washout or a truck wash.
Yeah. I was making sure your comments was working. It's unusual not to see a few comments up there.
Trick or treat, they tricking us by not saying anything.
I guess so. I was sitting there wondering if he didn't turn his comments off, did he?
No, that's I see yours. I answered you. Missy,
Yeah.
Missy, make a comment. She's got the thing right there.
Okay.
The moose. What's
There
up
they
on
are.
a minute, David Carlisle?
Howdy, howdy.
Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, Dave's not here.
Well, we know the chat's working. Studio
Yeah.
mic's not working. It's lit up and all, but I'm not getting no audio out of it. But we did have that storm yesterday. Several. But man, that lightning was real close. In fact, the electricity.
We
Went
never did
out.
get none of that rain. I've seen it all to my west, but we never got none of it.
Really? Man, I got Lake Boudreaux filled up out there.
It was cloudy today, but it never rained.
Oh yeah. Well,
I put off shooting a video yesterday because there was a 30% chance of rain. I said, well, I'll shoot it tomorrow, which is today, and got up this morning, and there was more clouds today than it was yesterday. I'm like, well, crap. At least it was cool. I wasn't in the blaring sun. So,
yeah. Did you? Oh, you got to film it?
yeah, I shot it.
Okay.
I did a rotisserie turkey for Thanksgiving, even though we're still 3 weeks out.
Right.
But
that gives people an idea of what to do ahead of time, instead of putting it out that week.
yeah, this was
This way is it gives them time to go buy one and let it defrost.
yeah. That's right. It took me 5 days to thaw that one out.
Yeah,
Plus
you mentioned last week or something you was gonna take a turkey out, but you was gonna do it about 5 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh man, boy, look how pretty that thing is.
That's not long after I put it in there.
You only got one piece of stick in there.
No, it's an actual fire.
No, you only got one stick in there that I saw.
No,
Log,
look again. Hang on. If I can start it. Look close. Ah, crap! You can't see it. There was about three. There was like 3 little sticks there, splits. But once I got that thing up to heat, I only used one at a time.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Split.
Yeah.
Spits or something. Stick. I was
Yeah.
I was wanting to say stick and spit at the same time, but anyway, they call split. You would, they already all split up,
Yeah.
for fire. So yeah, split.
Here's
I was trying to say that and it wouldn't come out. There's Missy.
This is what it looked like after it come out. Come on, get out of there. God bless it.
Oh, let me got dog it no. There we go. Now we can see. Man.
Yeah, watch this. Hang on.
How big is that turkey?
Watch this juice right here. Hang on. Look at it.
Oh yeah, man. That's moist.
That thing just as juicy as it could be. That's what I like about rotisserie chicken, man. It bastes itself,
Yeah, it's constantly moving and they don't have a hot spot for so many minutes. And then
my wife had a fit over that. She loves turkey. I can take it or leave it, but I just had to get a video out.
Well, why she had a fit over that?
because she loved it.
Okay, I got you.
I
got
did
you.
something
It was
long.
really right.
I did something a long time ago, and she does it every year now. When I make turkey, she'll take cranberry sauce like in a can, and she'll mix that 50-50 with mayonnaise and cranberry. Whip it up real good, and use that as a spread for a turkey sandwich. Man, that's good.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, if you like cranberry sauce,
Yeah,
you'll like it.
I don't mind cranberry.
hmm
All the cranberries, that's all. It's cranberry, but it's all in a
Congealed.
jelly form in the can instead of
Yeah,
like up north. They got the true original cranberry sauce that they hand
yeah.
make. Because they that's where they got the cranberries way up there.
Take you some giblet gravy and make a sandwich, and a little bit of giblet gravy and put that on there. That 50% cranberry and 50% mayo. That's all you got to remember. 50-50,
Huh.
and that's good on those fresh turkey sandwiches like that.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I got a can of cranberry sauce, and I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know she had any. She was talking about making. I said, "You got some?" She goes, "Yeah, I got some." Okay.
Her mama gave us a box with some stuff in it. She gets those boxes that everybody that lives in that apartment complex. It's not a huge complex. They only got 50 apartments, in that area.
Mhm.
But everybody gets a box. There's a
That's
big
one of
truck
them.
that comes around, and they got some good stuff in there. Man, they got like the steaks.
Yeah. That's one of them new pits I got recently, and it's got that rotisserie. That rotisserie rod is 3/4 of an inch
You
around.
showed it last week. I don't know if you showed it in my stream or in Lance's stream.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
I forgot,
that
but I know I seen it because I was in Lance's stream for quite some time
that
last
was
week.
a 19-pound turkey, and it didn't put the least a little bit of stress on it.
That was a 19-pound turkey.
19
It
pounds.
looked like a small turkey to me.
No.
That last frame shot you.
Yeah,
up?
well, it loses weight, of course.
No,
just
no,
like
but it looked like a hen because I was going to ask you, is that a turkey or is that a hen?
no, that's a turkey.
It was
19 pounds
just a
dead.
camera angle.
19 pounds before you cook it. It probably cooked down to, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 pounds. Who knows? I didn't weigh it,
That's
but
still
I
just a
didn't want
camera
one
angle.
that big. I told her to go get a 12-pound turkey, and she texts me from the store, says all I see is 19-pound and above. I went, crap. So all right, get a 19-pounder. We're gonna eat off of it tomorrow, and I'm gonna take and slice every piece morsel of meat I can off that. I'm gonna freeze dry it for
Really? That'll work.
long-term food preservation. That turkey will last 25 years if I do it right. If it don't get ate between now and then.
Hey, I seen an old boy. You remember when you and I think it was Jenkins, y'all did those y'all got a chicken from the store, from Rouse's or somewhere, a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, that wasn't long ago.
Y'all took all the meat off.
Yeah,
Was
we
that
did.
those egg rolls?
Yeah.
Okay. Where
Yeah.
did you I don't know if you put the egg rolls in your description box.
Got them at Walmart.
Okay.
Walmart's got them.
Which section? Which section?
They'll be refrigerated. They'll be refrigerated.
Okay.
Hang on, I can tell you. I got a Walmart app. If I can find it, Walmart.
They did a whole new reset over here at Walmart. I mean, there ain't nothing that's in the same place as it was 2 months ago, and it's taken them about 3 months to reset that whole store. Like when you walk in the main middle entrance, you were going down that main aisle, and right off to your left, they had all the watches and the jewelry and all that. Well, that's not there anymore. The men's clothing section is there now.
Yeah.
Which, hey, all right, cool deal. Because the women's was always up front. You had to find your way in the middle of all that. you were surrounded by women's clothes. Actually, you know, the men's were just inside the women, you know, in a kind of a square circle or whatever. But now the men's section is right there, front and center. Boy, I like that. And hardware ain't nowhere where it used to be. It's clean off to the other side. Uh, uh, Something health and beauty or something. That's all not by the pharmacy anymore. That's all to the left by some other section. It's weird. Our Walmart, they did a total. They called it a remodel.
Yeah. Checking your produce, like refrigerated parts. Sometimes they're on one end of that. Sometimes they're on where international food is and refrigerated. I don't know about your store. I was looking to see what aisle it's on at our local Walmart, but I couldn't find it.
I've seen some spring rolls.
Well, you're in the. If you've seen spring rolls,
I was in the 80s.
If you've seen spring rolls, you're in the right department.
Yeah, well, everything is, you know, the panda, the oyster sauce. What's up, Daryl? Nothing but love. What's happening?
But these are going to be refrigerated. It's going to be right there where your
garage.
It's going to be where your wonton wrappers are too.
Okay,
but just ask somebody that works there; they'll tell you.
Yeah, this wasn't refrigerated. It was right on at the start of the aisle, not on the end cap, but at the start of the aisle. That's all your sauces, your Asian sauces, your little what they call them little real fine angel hair fine vermicelli rice noodles that you put in egg rolls. You put them in hot water, and they, you know, you don't put them in there, but about 4 or 5 minutes, and they're done. You know, just a bowl of hot water at the sink, and they're done after a few minutes, and then you cut them up small.
Yeah.
And then, because I didn't know they had noodles in egg roll, but that's them little rice. It looks like glass strings is what they look like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But for egg roll wraps, that's going to be refrigerated. I can tell you that straight up.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, the spring roll wraps weren't.
Well, you got to keep them in your refrigerator. You know, the egg roll wraps.
Oh, the egg rolls? Oh, okay. What's up, Rock Boys? Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, and you got to resell them if you don't use them all, because they will dry out.
Yeah, in fact, one woman was saying, when you taking off on spring rolls now, spring roll wraps, not egg rolls, which the title was the best egg rolls ever, but she was using spring roll wraps.
Yeah, them little transparent ones. I don't care for them too much, but they're all right.
I've ate some spring rolls one time. Man, they were good.
Yeah.
And they're crunchy. That shell is. You know?
But that's what I like about egg rolls, because we deep fry them and they get all them blisters all over them, get golden brown. I love that.
Oh, boy. I think Johnny's here.
Deplorable garbage.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, I got a lot of videos planned this coming week.
Videos?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been terrible, man. I've been averaging a cooking video every 2 weeks instead of every week, and I've been putting off stuff from my other channel too. I'm waiting on some cool weather because I want my next one to be taking and showing all the sequences to the operation of a gas furnace, and then show actually doing preventive maintenance before before the season gets here, like cleaning the burners, cleaning the flame rod, things like that. People might want to know.
Well, I'm gonna try to record a bunch, but I'm not gonna upload them all at once.
What kind of videos you record?
Either anything from tool related to repair related to I might try a cooking video. I don't know.
Okay, just whatever. So you
Yeah.
got videos on your channel now?
Yeah, I got over 200 videos on that channel. On
Oh
this
crap!
channel.
I need to subscribe to you. I didn't realize you made content.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
it's
can
Yeah.
find you on
Got a
here.
bunch of videos out.
last
see if I
couple
can
months has
find you on
been
here.
few and far between, but
Is it same name, Raging Cajun
Raging Cajun Garage.
Garage?
Bojo,
Yeah.
if you want to drop the link,
I found it.
Oh, okay.
Raging Cajun Garage. I got it.
Mhm.
Subscribed.
I'm gonna
You
try
did-
my hand on a cooking video. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. You did a video Snap-on and Icon a month ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know you made content.
See, when I was an owner operator, I could do a lot more videos, but since I went back to company drivers, being a company driver, I haven't really been putting a lot out there.
Okay. Yeah, now I keep just so you know, if you go to looking to see if I'm subscribed, it ain't gonna show you because I keep mine private. Nobody knows. I've had somebody call me out. Man, I thought you was subscribed to me. Did I do something to make you mad? I said I am subscribed to you. I said they're set to private. You're not gonna see it. He goes. I said, hang on a minute. I went and made it unprivate, and I said, now look. Like that. No. You can leave it private. I'm like, yeah. I said a lot of people probably does it thinking they tick me off or something. But yeah, I don't show up on nobody's.
I know I'm subscribed to you. I've seen more than a few of yours, especially crawfish bowl ones and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. The reason I keep them private is because I do a lot of research on stuff I've never done before, and I'm actually watching other content sometime to learn more about what I'm getting ready to do. Not necessarily cooking, just whatever. And I don't want to give my sources away necessarily,
Right.
So I just keep it private.
Can't really. Oh, I need 5B, not 5A. Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea you made videos.
Mm-hmm.
Boo's slacking. He should have posted your link every week.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Deplorable garbage. There is a blue reason that I knew.
He was like, let me clear up the confusion. Seems like nobody knows who I am. It's fly on the wall. Fly on the wall. He's a machinist.
Oh, okay.
AKA Zanron. Shoot, what's going on? Pat Paulson for president? What's up, Pat Paulson?
I remember Pat Paulson. I'm not him. I'm talking about the real Pat Paulson.
Right.
Running for president.
Yeah, ran for president.
You got to be.
He has a tool truck.
You got to be old like me to remember who he is. That was a long time ago.
Just about. Yeah, I'm 60.
Yeah.
Pat, he owns a tool truck. He was Snap-on dealer. I don't know if he gave up Snap-on.
No, he's still Snap-on dealer.
Oh, he still is. Okay.
Yeah, I do believe.
I wish I could afford Snap-on, man. They were too rich for my blood.
Oh, you don't have to go to Snap-on truck to afford Snap-on. I mean, you can find it everywhere. eBay, pawn shops.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true. That's true. Pawn shops, especially.
But if you buy
Fake.
one, yeah. But I tell you what, they got them guys like me, uh, that in fact, well, let's see. When you came in, it was by the time we got to you, it was late. I think Tommy had done closed because he closes at 4.
Yeah, next time I come in, I definitely want to go to that pawn shop.
Yeah, it's a little small hole in the wall building, by itself, freestanding building. It's not in no, strip mall or nothing. Just a building by itself. He's been there for years, man, years.
I should get in the habit of doing that once a week. Go by we got a pawn shop called Haney's right up the road. I should just start dropping in there like at least once a
Backwood
week.
Bandit. Yeah, because Casino Row right there. People pawn once they get that habit, that fever, gambling fever in them, man. They sell everything they got.
There's another
For hardly
casino.
nothing.
There's another casino on the Back Bay, Imperial Palace. No, it ain't the Imperial. I forget the name of it. But anyway, there's a pawn shop right across the street. I'm like, boy, that's
Mhm.
fitting.
They got one on that used to be on 90. It was a high class pawn shop. I went in there and I got me a whiz, like a little router. What they call them things, a whiz or something. For drywall.
Oh, I don't know.
The drywall whiz or something. I forget the name of it. It was high dollar. I got it for $25.
Yeah.
And then I got something else in there for ridiculously cheap. Because I was doing a drywall job and I was in Mississippi doing it. And I went to the pawn shops in Pascagoula because I don't know if you remember Speedy Lightsey. He was a home builder. Speedy Lightsey. He's old. He's older than you. He would be probably in his 86 or 87 right now. But anyway, he was a home builder. He did a lot of homes in Pascagoula. In fact, this one we were doing was in either Ocean Springs or maybe Goche. So anyway, I wasn't far from the casinos, and I went in that one by the because I was living in Pascagoula at the time, and I was looking for some sheetrock stuff, that whiz. Wouldn't up, man. They had one, $25. That was cheap because usually them things go like, I forget, 80, 85, $90. They had the case and all that.
Yeah. Last time I bought tools at a pawn shop was when we had the sailboat. I needed a bunch of big wrenches. I'm talking about from all the way up to 1.5 inches or bigger, and I ended up buying a bunch of them big end wrenches. And the problem is when we sold it, all that went with it. Derek forgot to get all them tools off there. I lost a lot of tools that he was supposed to clear them all out, and he didn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you'd be amazed when you find at like flea markets and pawn shops.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I found went to a garage sale one afternoon with the wife. Just some random yard sale or garage sale, and I wound up coming across a flag in a triangle. And I asked the lady, I'm like, "Is this out here for a show, or are you selling this?" And it had National Guard written on it. I'm like, she's like, "No, I'm selling it." I'm like, "How much you want for it?" Like $20. I gave her $20.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta grab a beer out. It's in the other fridge in there.
I'd like to try to find a family that flag actually belonged to, but
Pat Paulson got a link. YouTube link's probably one of his. Backwoods Bandit. I thought I seen Backwood Boys in there. I guess I did.
think I got an old whiskey gas pump for 10 or 15 bucks.
Oh, what?
Whiskey gas pump.
A whiskey gas pump?
Yeah. It's a whiskey
Yeah,
shape. It's a gas pump shaped whiskey thing. You can actually take the handle out and it'll pour you drink.
Oh, okay, something like that. Yeah, I got you. Man.
10 or 15 bucks. Well, now we got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. We're gonna make a office out of one of the rooms, and that's where all that stuff's gonna be.
Yeah, I knew that Backwood, but I thought I had seen Backwood Boys in there also. I guess I was seeing because I'd seen two of your comments almost, back to back. So I was thinking that it was Backwood Boys in there too, and I'm like, no, because he changed his name. So that's good, John. You let it hang over like that. Oh yeah, Johnny Best in the house. Say hi, Johnny.
Hey, y'all, raging.
Hey, Johnny.
How y'all doing?
Getting ready to pull into the customer.
Good.
Nothing edited. What's up, Shot? How you doing?
And get this junky trailer off the back of my truck.
That's another one you having problems with? Another trailer?
Oh yeah, we had problems with it last night. We had to wait till 6 o'clock in the morning where the shop was open. When the shop opened back up to get the brakes redone on it.
Hell, that's the second trailer, huh?
Huh? It's every trailer we pick up, pretty much we got problems with it.
Dang.
Let's see. I think it's the street here.
Oh yeah, that brings me back. I just remembered that rotisserie chicken that y'all. I seen a little helpful tip trick. This old boy took a 2-gallon Ziploc bag and he put a whole fake rotisserie, whatever, chicken in it, and you just press down on he put the breast side up, and he was, pressing down on it, and then just get a little rough with it, and you keep mashing it like that in that bag. You open it up, just pull the bones out.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull the bones out. No mess on your hands or nothing. No ripping and pulling meat off and all that. All the meat comes right off the bone. Just pull it. Yeah. They do it in that Ziploc bag, and it's got a little bit of grease inside, self-made grease, and that actually helps you out. And all the bones pop out of there. I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that with a fresh chicken. Them boys at A-Bears and Maurice, they're the ones that invented the turducken. The boneless chicken and a boneless duck and a boneless turkey.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, they had boneless chickens before that. There was a few places around Lafayette and Abbeville that were doing the boneless chicken.
I did.
A certain way of doing it, and man, it's actually easy if once you get the hang of it.
I did a video a couple years ago deboning and stuffing a chicken. Did it from scratch. I've done videos in the past where I bought them already stuffed and ready to go, but I took and deboned this one in front of a camera completely, and stuffed it with boudin. I think I used, and
yeah, that's a good one there.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Or rice dressing, or
anything like that would be good.
They got them over here. They stuffed with crawfish etouffee. With the rice, the crawfish etouffee mixed up. They stuffed that chicken out because it would be too expensive for chicken with just crawfish etouffee.
I bought some before around here that I think they come out of Louisiana somewhere. They were really good too, man. Just
Okay.
excellent stuff. I'm talking about stuffed chickens, boneless stuffed
Oh,
chickens.
okay.
Yeah, I usually go for boudin when I buy that, but yeah. Anyway,
What,
All right, guys. All right, guys. I'll be
do
right
you
back.
remember, okay. Do you remember what area, that chicken came from?
not really.
Okay.
It's local stores. I know Jerry Lee's on Ingalls Avenue. Now it's back in the 80s. They had a cooler that was brought in from some company out of Louisiana, and they were fresh. They were not frozen, and they
Right.
were freshly stuffed boneless chickens. And I used to buy them all the time, man. You talk about good, but you
Oh,
can go to
yeah.
Rouse's here and get these. I think that's where I got the one that I did when I did a video here, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago on my drum smoker. And it was a pre-bought, store-bought stuffed boneless chicken. And I bought it at Rouse's. You can buy all that stuff at Rouse's because it comes out of Louisiana.
Right.
That whole store is Louisiana based, you know.
Right.
But
Yeah, they're bib lettuce, that comes in that little plastic fold over box,
yeah,
clear. And, that comes out of, Homa. Between Homa and Thibodeau, there's a huge nursery there, with the big, high tunnels, the
yeah,
greenhouses, but they hoop shaped. So, they're
yeah,
high tunnels, but they all, climate control with, hydroponics is what it is. They grow them in water, water solution that has all the nutrients. And in 30 days, you got, a head of bib lettuce, or before 30 days.
huh.
And what's up, Space Rangers? Tim, how's it going, buddy?
Well, that's good to know.
And boy, that bib lettuce, that's the best. It's
I'd
a
rather buy.
buttercorn.
I'd much rather buy veggies knowing where it come from than Walmart where it comes out of Mexico
Yeah.
and everywhere else, you know.
And this is hydroponic, so it's not grown in a field where they got, you don't know what water, going down in the rows for like,
Pesticides.
cattle urine or cattle shit or whatever. And then you
Yeah.
end up with E. coli scare and a recall. There's no recalls on this type of growing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's controlled. Yeah.
Yeah. Undercover and all that, no acid rain hitting it, which we ain't got that down here anyway in the South.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Trying to see who I'm coming over.
What?
And I could hear myself in the background.
Really? Probably because of my, it's because of me. It's because of me. I got to get my headphones. It's me because of the fact that other microphone is not on.
Yeah.
Let me try that one more time before I switch out.
Later.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I got my headphones in, earbuds.
Oh, okay.
I've
Let me
got
try
to-
it again. Hello? 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 Would you and the missus like to come inside for a nice cup of tea? Would you? I don't hear no
I'm
echo.
doing good,
do,
nothing.
do you have any scones,
Any scones?
tea cakes? Yeah, he's right here. Nothing edited. Okay.
Yeah,
let's
that
see
took
here.
care of that echo I was hearing or whatever that was.
Yeah, yeah. When I got this mic, I didn't need it. But now it's I'm not getting no audio out of it. It's lit up. I'm thinking that lightning. That thing was so close yesterday. I haven't tried any other my other equipment.
You can
But
break into it and see if it fried something, huh?
On me.
yeah, probably one of them glued clamshell type
Mm.
things. There's no screws in it. Thing.
All molded.
Yeah, it's all molded together.
Yeah.
Let me see something here. Oh hell.
Forgot to turn it off.
All right, can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Loud and
All
clear.
right, good. Probably a little bit better too, huh?
A lot better.
Oh, good.
What was
When
wrong with it?
when you said get into it, I was looking. I says, let me check that bottom out. Well, remember I said we had that lightning
Yeah.
that crashed, like next door,
Yeah.
Jeep and John, what's up, mon ami? What's Cadillacing, man? I looked underneath and I seen, the on off button and all. I'm like, let me see. Boom. And the green light came on. It was a
Oh,
red
hell.
light at the bottom and the green light came on. I'm like, all right. That lightning, when we lost electricity, it turned the mic off. That's the first time it ever done that. But like I said, it was weird,
Yeah. Huh.
Last night, the electricity, because
No, yesterday in the daytime.
I know the electricity went off and then came back on.
Yeah, that was yesterday. I don't know where
Uh-huh.
you was at. You were in town, I think.
No, I was at the house.
This was yesterday about or was it the day before yesterday? No, it was yesterday. But it was in the morning sometime.
Yeah.
So if the power gets knocked out, you got to hit your button again to turn
First
it back
time I
on.
ever had to do it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I unplugged it so the power went off naturally. But I had
Sure.
the red light on. I remember seeing the red light and I never thought about, oh, wait a minute, it could have been turned off when we lost electricity. But I never had to do it. Never had to turn it back on. Never.
Yeah, now you know.
And nothing said that they lost power for 3 hours.
Sometime our power just go off for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? No weather, no nothing. It just go out. Something down the road, I suppose. But
No, I didn't see anything, David. I hadn't been on YouTube in the last couple of days.
hell, I found something yesterday that could have started a damn house fire. We got a porch light out here at the front door, and it hasn't worked now for probably close to a year. And I didn't pay no attention to it because the wife is the one that always turns it on and off. And anyway, she goes, "Well, tonight's Halloween." She goes, "Can you fix my light?" You know, I said, does it need a bulb? So I put a bulb in. I said, no, it ain't the bulb. And I tried to get it's one of them lantern type. I couldn't hardly get in there to check voltage. So anyway, I went to the light switch.
Either the odd since it rained.
I went to the light switch and all I could get was 80 volts at the light switch. I'm like, 80 volts? What the hell? So anyway, I backed up. Well, I went down below. There was a receptacle right down there below the light switch up here. And there was two switches. That switch controls that receptacle, had 80 volts there. I said, all right, I wanted to back up. So I had to go to the back of the living room, pull the couch out. And just as soon as I got to where I could see that receptacle, I said, there's a daggum problem right there. Neutral wire had done got
Lost
so
neutral. Yeah.
it got so hot, it had backed that screw out, and it was burnt. I'm like, holy crap! You know, and that couch is shoved up right there, and there wasn't there was not a face plate on it. I'm like, holy crap! There was a potential fire. So I had two brand new receptacles and replaced that, cleaned them all up. Had green all over the wires. I told my wife, I said, it's been getting wet right here. I said, look, all this oxidation or this green stuff on this copper. I said, it shouldn't be on there.
No, copper. You just leave it outside. It'll have green. It'll oxidize, and it's green. It's naturally green.
Yeah, but this ain't outside. This is inside. It's corroded.
No, it don't matter. You know? I could leave out some copper wire for 4 or 5 years, and it'll be green.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's funny. None of the other ones were like that. It was just that one.
Oh, it was probably loose.
I don't know if something spilt on it or what, but anyway, I took it all apart and I cleaned up. I took a brass brush and cleaned all them terminals, and whoever wired that up originally had the loops backwards, to where when you tighten a screw, it works against you instead of with it. So I turned all that around right, and got that one on. Then I went back to the one up under that light switch. And I don't know what kind of receptacle it is. No terminal screws on the side. It's just push in. It had 2 push in places. That was it. I said, there's another fire hazard right there. So I got rid of that one.
I don't like those push in types.
No, me either.
They got some good ones that well, we have a electric supply house here in town, and that's where most all electricians go for their stuff, and some go to Southern Pipe, which they cater to the plumbers and electricians. You know, they both wholesale places. Well, I say wholesale. Yeah. You know, you can buy stuff there at the same price as Walmart. You know, because it's wholesale. And in Walmart, they have all the cheap receptacles. You know, that's all made in China. They're probably all made in China. But anyway, like they have the good quality. They don't handle the cheap stuff at Tri-Parish Electric. You can't find that, you know, a receptacle for 80 cents or whatever. You know, you're going to find a good one. And they have well, right here.
That's like the one I use. It's like a $5 receptacle.
See, this one in here I think was $3.50 for this one, and it's a I'll have to take the cover off, but name a couple of name brand receptacle electrical stuff.
Levington, I think.
I think it starts. It's not Levington. I think it's or Necco. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's a Phillips. That's a Phillips. I don't have a flat blade right here. Oh well. But anyhow, that's where this came from. It was like $3.50 just for the receptacle. The box was, I don't know, $1.50 or whatever. But it has a when you unscrew, there's one screw, and it's for both sides. And you actually, you don't make a circle.
Right. It's got a clamp.
You just put it behind this brass plate,
right,
and you tighten it, and it'll do 2 or 1. You know, you have a spot for 2 that goes in like that,
right.
You know,
One of the ones I used yesterday is like that, and the other one is like an 89-cent receptacle where you make the loop. But Leviton, Hubble, Eaton.
Well, that plug, the plug I got on the other end, that's a Hubble. I
GE.
think that plug that plugs into the wall, that's a little extension cord I made up, and that's 12 gauge wire.
Yeah.
You can see how thick that wire was. That plug is a Hubble, and I think that plug right there was like $7. It's the one
Yeah.
right below hospital grade. Right below hospital grade.
Gotcha. But yeah, them two receptacles are taking care of it. Makes me want to go through this whole house and just see. I mean, if the electrician did that shot of a job, then it makes me wonder about the rest of them.
It might just be that one they did that on. You never know. You know.
Don't know.
So that receptacle was feeding the outside light.
It runs down a wall to the two light switches. One light switch powers up this receptacle under it right by the front door. The other light switch feeds it to the light just outside. But anyway, they got our light back up and running, plus 2 new receptacles in the process.
Right. You didn't make a video on it, did you?
No, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, well,
That'd
damn.
been a good one.
I said, there's a good video right there, but she wanted it done yesterday because it being Halloween.
Right.
I didn't know what I was going to run into, until I started looking. I seen 80 volts. I said, that ain't enough to power this
right.
up.
Yeah, that means a loose connection or corrosion. Corrosion will cause a loose connection. Well, it'll act like a loose connection.
I got voltage drop, and I sure did right on that neutral.
Right. That corrosion will do it.
But it kind of works. And that's what's weird. When you drop voltage like that, you're heating the hell out of that wire, and that breaker don't know what's going on. That's how house fires start. A breaker is for over amperage. When you have a voltage drop, you got less amperage, even though it's getting hot as hell right there. It's not going to trip your breaker, but it'll burn your house down. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know this. She told me, she goes, well, right before it went out, she goes, it was flickering. I'm like, well, damn, I wish you told me that then. There's your clue right there. If you got flickering going on, you either got a switch going out or loose connection somewhere. Where'd he go? He went and leaned off the dock and didn't even tell nobody. Now there he is.
I went to get some more coffee. Y'all didn't see me lift up. Y'all didn't see me lift up that coffee pot right there. And I put it back in. There was only, when I picked it up and looked at it like that, there was only about that much. And I said, hell, that ain't even a half a cup. So I got me some lemonade.
Oh, okay. You drink coffee all day? Every day?
Yeah.
Do you?
Sure do.
I drink 2 to 3 cups in the morning, and I'm done.
That's one of my bad habits is coffee.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. They used to say it was, but then they praise it as a good antioxidant and all this health benefits.
Caffeine's supposed to be good for you, and all that. So years ago, caffeine was bad for you. Eggs were bad for you. Pork was bad for you. Now, pork's the other white meat. Eggs is all the protein you need. You eat all you want and not have to worry about cholesterol,
Yeah, and drink it all down with coffee.
And then chase it with coffee. So,
yeah, good to go.
Jeep and John, are you at work or where you at?
I got to go help my son do the last welds on that pontoon tomorrow. Then I guess Sunday I'm going to edit this video I shot today. Normally I'd be editing tomorrow, but it looks like it'll be Monday before I get that video out. Then I got to shoot one for my other channel. I'm just waiting on a little cool front because I got to run that heater while I do it, and I don't want to run inside this house. normally, man, at Halloween, we're cold. You know, we're like lows in the
No.
40s and stuff. Man, we ain't.
I
think
don't
the low.
remember any. I don't remember any cold Halloweens.
Oh no, man! I remember real brisk fall like weather, like almost where you got to wear a sweatshirt or something. Plenty of them year after year,
yeah.
but not this year
Um,
here in Mississippi, anyway.
that was we got that cool front wanting to come down. That's why, and that all that warm moist air off the Gulf is coming up, and that's
Yeah.
what's making all them storms and stuff out there that Ryan Hall y'all been talking about.
Yeah, I've watched him a little bit. It was pleasant today. I broke a sweat when I first started trying to get everything out of the garage and set up. And but once I got situated, I did run my shop fan in the garage and sit there in front of that, and then it got pleasant. You know, it wasn't hot. It just wasn't cool. It's too hot to be doing a darn turkey. It don't even feel like the holidays are 3 weeks off,
Right.
but I know it is. So I got to get that video out. I haven't done a Thanksgiving video in probably the last 3 years or so. Probably won't do worth a crap, but got to do it anyway. We shall see. Just keep hitting record, man. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit that money button.
Got to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I want to make some egg rolls.
It's bad timing because what is the day? The 1st? All right.
Yeah.
Second, third. That's on
First.
probably going to release on the 4th. Then that election's going to be the 5th. And that's probably going to throw a big bone in it's getting any views, especially if bull crap happens.
Put it out Thursday if it's ready.
No, I want to get it out now. I mean, I'm already over 2 weeks without a video. But
Wait a minute. Wait, what we are today? Oh hell.
We're on Friday.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Today. Okay, I'm on the wrong calendar page.
If I can get it edited, I'll put it out Sunday evening. That or first thing Monday morning.
Yeah.
And try to get some views before all hell breaks loose.
Like I said, I was on the wrong calendar page.
Everybody's gonna be watching the election on the 5th, so you can forget YouTube views. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's right. That's a fact.
Yep. I wish this country get back to some normalcy, man. Got over all this crap.
That ain't no doubt. All they doing is talking bad about everybody and all that. They ain't worried about the country. They worried about other people.
Worried about their pockets.
Yeah. Every time they do they vote on money, like for a stimulus or for other countries and all that. Oh, well, while y'all doing that, our office needs some cleaning supplies. We need $26 million for cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's all that money? What good is all that money going to do them if crap really goes bad? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, money ain't going to be no good.
It ain't going to be no good.
Money. The only thing that's going to be worth anything is precious metals. Monkey King metals. Speaking of the metals, Monkey King metals. What's up, Mona Me?
Monkey King metals.
He's a coin collector and silver and gold guy. Precious metals.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's going to be worth anything. You can barter. If you got some little silver dimes, a little two dimes will get you a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
I mean, a dime right now is worth $3 and something. For the weight of it, it's worth $3 something. Well, hell, silver hit what? I forget what it hit the other day. Somebody was talking about it. I'm like, what? Sure enough, I mean, it hit like $40 or something. I'm like, damn.
We don't have much, but Terrena's got a little stockpile of silver coins and stuff.
That's some wore out dimes there.
Well, one of them smaller than the other.
Yeah, it looks like And you can see the copper. Look at here. I don't know if y'all can see that real good. I can. Copper edges on dimes.
I'll call that
I've
sandwich.
seen them before.
Dryer coins.
Yeah.
It's got to the copper inside. Let me see what year this one is. These are dryer coins.
I might be thinking a quarter or something. You can see that copper band on-
2017. I thought one of them was silver. 2023, I think.
Yeah.
It's either 2022 or 2023 because of the way this is all. These were in a dryer. You can tell. Call those dryer coins. They some of them have a bevel on them. Not a bevel, like a railroad track.
Yeah.
Real fat, and then the dime would be small. That was caught in a dryer. And all they do is just turn like that, like a baron. They turn it like a baron. And if you ever see a baron ever take the crankshaft out on that or the connecting rod and you see copper, that baron's done. It's spun big time.
Yep.
When you see a baron that looks like copper, it's supposed to be silver.
Yep.
Braxton the Snake Fiend, what's up, Mona Me? Full Wave Rick, what's up? We got Northwest Louisiana representing.
You were saying bearing. I didn't know what the heck you were saying. You were talking about bearings, like for your crank,
crank bearing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or connected rod bearing.
All right.
Yeah, if they look like copper, they spun.
Yep. I watched. You ever watch Script Garage?
Yeah, every now and then. I hadn't seen what anything lately he's done, but yeah, I know what he's talking about.
I watched him the other day. He was taking an engine apart. I guess he'll have a video putting it all back together, but he was showing exactly that. He was showing all those bearings, but all that copper you could see and showing how wore out they were,
Oh yeah, when they copper, they spun.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we say, spun. But yeah, they got overheated.
Yeah. Yeah. What did he pull that out of? I think it originally come out of a Mustang. It's the 302, and he took it out of an old jalopy. I don't even remember what kind it is, but supposedly when he started video, somebody told me it had 78,000 miles. By the time he got down to them bearings, he says more like 278,000 miles,
Yeah. No, I wish I need to go to the bank or something. Well, this month I can't do it. Get me a box of nickels and hoping I can get or tell the tellers, mention to them, say, hey, if you get a box of nickels, the new nickels for 24, call me. I want that whole box. And a roll of nickels on eBay right now, shit, you're gonna pay more than $2, more like $20.
What's special about them?
They didn't make many. They're rare. Well, they're not rare, but they're not common like they should be
for this year, 2024.
Right. Yeah, everybody's looking for rolls of nickels right now. I hadn't seen a 24 nickels this year yet. I don't think.
I don't never look, so I couldn't tell you. Most of the time I use my debit card. I don't hardly ever handle change anymore.
That's Mike Badger. What's up, Mike? He keeps up with that, Mike Badger. Well, Monkey King. What's the Monkey King, what the a roll of nickels going for now on eBay? Or David Carlisle, one of y'all, or Mike Badger, one of y'all. They all coin collectors. Mike Badger used to have a store, coin store
On eBay?
in Tennessee. Yeah, and a tornado came through, and right before the day before he opened, the tornado came through and took the store, took the safe, everything. Safes.
Holy.
He had 2 safes in there, bolted down to the floor, and that all went up in the air. And he said he thinks one of them might be in the Tennessee River or something.
Sick, yeah.
Yeah. Then he went to his house. His house was gone. The tornado hit his house.
Was all that insured? I hope so.
His house, but not the store. He didn't. He wasn't open for business yet, so the insurance didn't cover it.
Dang, talk about some bad run of luck.
Oh yeah, big time. Mike said, I have not seen the new nickels yet. The minute figures are out now. They are not even as rare as the 09. Oh, okay. Yeah, because the 09 nickels, they didn't make many of them neither. And everybody's looking for them. You can get a couple. If you got some in Brie and uncirculated condition, MS 63 or above, you get a couple dollars for those. Couple $3. Well, they don't. Have you seen any 24 nickels yet? We should have been seeing them since April, but we haven't. They ain't got many of them. And the 2009 nickels, instead of like 500 million nickels, they only made like 50 million. That's hypothetical. That's for example.
Yeah.
Let me open up my USA coin book. Yeah, Mike, that's what I'm saying. Seems like we should see some by now. The Federal Reserve will release them when they get around to it. There are billions of nickels in circulation now. Oh, they hadn't put them in circulation yet? That's what it is. I thought they did because they selling. Somebody said they selling on eBay for ungodly amount for a roll.
I'll be right back.
Okay. 2009, they had, I was close when I said 50 million. They had 46.8 million. That's it. 46.8 million. That's a Denver. The Phillies with 39.8 million. So that's way below 50 million. And the 24, not available. According to USA Coin Book. See, 2023, that was like 734 million. Just say 735 million because it's 800,000. I'll talk to the head teller, and she said nickels are the least requested coin. Yep. Too busy printing the paper to send overseas. That's right, the Moose. There you go. Oh, you feeling better? Full way. That'll work. My toe ain't any better. I went to the oh crap. Damn it, I thought I hit send on that email with Jeep and John. All right. I got a ingrown toenail, and that sucker just started. When was it I was supposed to go to somewhere and I noticed it? Oh, anyway, it was last week, Saturday or something. Friday or Saturday, I noticed I had an ingrown toenail starting up. And I'm like, oh boy, I was in the tub soaking and in that hot water, and I was picking up on that nail and, trying to pry it up from the skin. That hooks in there a little bit. And I went 2 days in a row, but they didn't have a doctor on board day before yesterday. So Johnny brought me over yesterday, and they had a doctor there. So, but a whole 2 minutes. You know, by the time I got in the back in the room, doctor came in. It was a lady doctor. She looked at it. She was like, yeah. She says, I'm gonna prescribe you some antibiotics and refer you to a podiatrist. Well, she walked out. I mean, that's it. 2 minutes. And I'm like, damn, I wonder what that bill is gonna be. So anyhow, the
Halloween candy left over.
there you go. Oh, what is that? Reese's or sure enough, Reese's. Who do you call when your cooked toe is killing you? The tow truck. Twix, Snickers. There you go. Bite size. I like them bite size Snickers. I usually try to keep a few on hand for when my blood sugar drops.
You ought to put
I'll pop in my mouth and instant sugar like that.
Tarina put them in the freeze dryer. It's actually she cuts them in half. It'll make a ball that big around.
Damn.
Yep.
I did. The tow truck. When your toe's bad, I don't know. That's all I can say. The tow truck. I said it earlier. All them people on eBay that's paying all that money for nickels are going to be disappointed. Probably so. Just like the W quarters, years and years. Well, not years and years ago, but back in 19, people were getting $100 for a W, and now all they're worth is what, $20? You know, unless it's in real, mint condition, and graded like Jeep and John. He had a lot of them. He's sitting on, I forget how many he's sitting on right now, but he's sitting on a damn shitload of them. If he would sell all of his at the same time, the price would drop on them because they would have so many out in circulation. I don't know. He got 1,000 of them or more, a couple thousand W quarters. Captain West Point. He's the king of the W's. Anyway, so the nurse came in about 15 minutes later with a paper, with a few of them, and another paper with somebody's name on them in Opelousas. I said, I ain't got no ride. That ain't going to do me any good. I said, I might as well just take the antibiotics or whatever, and then wait on it to get real infected if the antibiotics don't do nothing, and then go in the ER and get emergency surgery done on my foot. So I guess she threw the paper in the trash. She didn't even hand it to me.
What's wrong with your foot?
I got an ingrown toenail
Mm.
on my right foot. And I went into the urgent care. That's just a Band-Aid station. That's all that is. And doctor came in. She looked at it. Said, antibiotics, and I'm going to refer you to a podiatrist. That's it. I mean, I could have called my doctor. I wanted her. I said, you can't cut that thing and get that hook out of there? She was like, no, it's infected. You can't do nothing like that when it's infected.
Yeah, they're about useless. They're not good for much.
I told you about that, Elvis. I told you about that. There's two things that control the tide. There's the moon and LSU. And I know you wanted to put Go Tigers in there. Instead of Roll Tide Roll. Mm-hmm.
That's next weekend too.
Yeah. Yeah, we only got 2 losses. That's it. LSU's only got 2 losses. And I don't know how many Bama's got. I think they got 2 losses also. 1 or 2.
Now look at that. Go
Oh, boy. You know what? People don't need to be seeing that. Have to slow them comments down. So, and I said, there ain't no podiatrist in town over here. She was like, no, sir. Well, when I got home yesterday, I'm like, wait a minute. I was thinking about it last night. Well, early this morning, because I got up, I couldn't. Man, that thing was giving me fits.
There's one in that building where you and I go see.
Yeah, that's Dr. O.
Uh-huh.
Dr. O. She's a podiatrist. And in fact, I went in that office and I forgot all about a podiatrist being. I should have just went over there, and she probably would have cut it and took it out right then and there. Hey, Mrs. Smokey, how you doing, Shy? Yeah. Oh, okay.
She goes, nah.
It was supposed to be my day of rest. It did not
Okay.
happen.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't my fault. I cooked you a big old 19-pound turkey.
And who bought the mother?
You bought it.
Yeah, that's right.
But who cooked it?
You did. I
Who-
could have done it.
Who made it taste good?
We did.
I did.
Because I bought everything that went to it.
I miss Smokey.
Lordy.
So, and I went in her office, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, something like that. And I had all the papers filled out. I don't know what the papers are. I know I didn't bring them back because me and Johnny's cardiologist is in right 4 doors down from each other.
I need to go see me a proctologist.
Why?
Well, I got to looking and my butt's cracked and got a hole in it.
Oh, oh yeah. They had an old joke about the women's hospital, the brand new hospital, man, not even 6 months old in Lafayette. The women's hospital, they have to close it down until all the repairs could be done. They said they had too many cracks in the place.
You remember John Boy and Billy? I think it was on radio.
Yeah, they were syndicated. They were satellite.
That's why I heard that
all
about
over.
that proctologist joke, man, years ago.
Okay.
And there was another one. He goes, yeah. He says, me and John Boy, we decided to try out parachuting. He said, we was up in that airplane about 30,000 foot, and that pilot said, all right, jump. Like that, you know. And he's like, I don't know. He goes, look, if you don't jump, he goes, I'm gonna bend you over and you know what's gonna happen, like that. And he said, well, did he jump? He goes, he jumped a little.
He jumped a little.
I bet he jumped a little.
He jumped a little. Yeah, John Boy and Billy.
It didn't hurt that bad, did it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you're that type of person that, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. If you're that type of person that has to try again, parachuting is not recommended for you.
No, definitely not. I got a brother that used to fly airplanes, and his oldest son, he used to jump out of airplanes with parachutes. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, man. I didn't get none of them genes, and I'm glad. Why jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Yeah. I went to school with a guy, his name's Kevin Bro. He was in the Golden Knights. That's the Army version of like the Air Force with the Blue Angels, you know, at all these air shows. Where the Army has the Golden Knights, and they are a parachute team that jump, and they got all them smoke trails that come out of their foot, you know, their ankles and stuff like that. and they do all kind of acrobatic stuff in the air. Well, he was a Golden Knight. In fact, that one of them got killed. They had hit each other, and it was an accident. And my buddy was the one that got hit, but the other guy, it killed him. He died in the air, or right before he hit the ground, or when he hit the ground. But he was out. You know, they didn't know exactly if he died on collision with my buddy or not. But my buddy was good size. You know, he was stock in high school. He was real stocky. You know, and he had to actually lose weight to get into the airborne, because he was in the airborne part. And then I don't know. He worked his way up to be in the Golden Knights. He's retired now, though. Full retirement plus disabled retirement. His back is so screwed up. He used to hold the record for the most jumps out of a perfectly good airplane. I don't know if he still holds that record or not for the most parachute jumps, but he did at one time.
Yeah, what's that old saying? It ain't the fall that kills you; it's that sudden stop.
Yeah, right. That's
Something
a
like
fact.
I don't know. If that was me, I'd probably have a heart attack halfway down. I probably would never know it.
Well,
going
if
on
your
that.
chute don't open, they say that most of the time you have a heart attack because you're so scared. You know.
I would imagine you know what's coming.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, a heart attack, that hurts. You know. I mean, unless your heart explodes and you really don't die instantly, I guess, but you're still aware, but you ain't aware no more once you hit the ground. You know, that's you're done.
Only for a split second, if even that.
Yeah. Man, that's let me see. I gotta look something up here.
Well, that sudden stop will break
I
every
had
bone in
something
your
I
body.
wanted to.
There was a guy years ago we heard about it. He broke every bone in his body, but he actually hit the ground after parachuting and stuff. Didn't kill him. You know, there's been a few survivors, but not many.
Mhm.
I don't know how. That's a lot of impact just all of a sudden, you know.
Yeah.
Like Evil Knievel, I think he broke every bone in his body. Close to it.
At least twice.
Yeah.
At least twice.
That was a daredevil, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, and then his son kind of took after his dad. His son didn't have as many jumps, I don't think.
Yeah. You remember that one where he was going to take that rocket bike or whatever and go over the Grand Canyon? They had all kinds of celebrities there.
Snake Canyon. Snake
Yeah.
Canyon. You talking about Evil himself? Evil
Yeah.
Knievel himself? Yeah, that was Snake Canyon.
They had all them celebrities.
Snake
there.
River. Well, Snake Canyon too, but
Even Elvis Presley showed up to watch it. I forget what the deal was. Did he chicken out or something happened? I don't remember what happened.
no, actually he went. It flew. It only flew halfway, and I think the parachute came out prematurely.
Boy, that
went
did.
over, but when the parachute opened, he floated back this way over and landed
In the water.
back on the side he
On the
launched
side,
from,
yeah.
down in the water.
Huh. Oh,
See,
that was a
in the
long
village-
time. That was a long
See, when
time
you-
ago. I guess I
You
was still
jump
li-
from. Hang on.
I think I was
So fast through there so we can read them.
still living at home. But my parents back when that
It's
happened.
all right. Now, in the military, when you jump, they got you hooked up to a line where when you exit that door, your parachute's coming open.
Yeah.
On what? Oh, you're talking about out of a plane, yeah.
Yeah, your parachute's coming open.
Yeah, they it depends on what you on how they jumping. If you got a whole squadron, a whole battalion, like 150 people coming out, you know, for a raid or something on the ground, yeah, your parachute, they flying low. They're flying low, so your parachute's coming open when you exit the plane. That 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 line that you was talking about
Yeah, they'll do
opens the
them
chute for you.
one after another.
Yeah, my buddies always. I always told my buddies, look, I'm not jumping on my own. Y'all gonna have to push me. They did every time.
Damn.
Did he jump? He jumped a little.
They grabbed a hold of me and just started pushing me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do that either. Holy crap. I'd faint just thinking about it.
Mhm.
When I was younger, I used to work in some pretty good heights, you know, at the shipyard, 500 foot up on them jack up drilling rigs and the legs and stuff like that. But I can't do it no more, man. I ain't sure footed like I used to be. I get
Oh
dizzy
yeah, they got
thinking about
guys
it.
that used to climb up them legs and dive off of them.
Yeah. I can remember like yesterday, been up there, they're triangle shaped them drilling rig legs. And I
Yeah.
remember hanging on one hand, reaching out and welding on something I couldn't hardly reach like that. And I mean, I'm hanging halfway over. You know, I had a safety belt on. They didn't have harnesses back in them days, just a safety belt. And
Yeah.
never bothered me. It bothered
If
me
you
now.
fell and then it caught you, you had a chance of hitting that iron when you
Oh,
swung down.
yeah, them things are dangerous. It'd break your back, man. You know, just around
Yeah.
your waist, and that was it. The
Just
harnesses they got.
imagine.
I gotta
Just
get some
imagine,
lemonade. Oh, and lean off the dock. I'll be back.
Yeah, just imagine having a rope jump out of a
Oh.
helicopter.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, that was scary.
I can imagine.
You had no chute on you. You may be 20, 25 foot from the ground, if that, if not a little higher.
Yeah.
And
When I
having to
worked
hold
at-
on to a rope and slide.
Oof. When I worked at the shipyard there in Pascagoula, this is back when we had the home port right there on the island, right there in front of the shipyard. I used to watch them Navy guys, I guess they were Navy SEALs or whatever. They'd fly them helicopters right there over the river and they would just jump into the water. I mean, they're diving in the water, but you know, it was kind of fun. It was fun to watch all that anyway, you know.
Special Forces does that too.
Yeah, they just drop, man, straight in the water. Then another one, doing their little practice runs, I reckon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they closed that home port years ago. Now it's a Coast Guard station.
Had some good times in the military, but I wish I could go back in, but I'm too old.
Yeah, I never was in the military.
I served from 2008 to 2012.
I actually went to an Air Force recruiter once, and I had just gotten married, and I was probably 19 or 20 years old, and all of a sudden I decided I was thinking about joining the military, and man, at that time I was fit. You know, I worked out in the gym every day. I was already running. I was very fit, and I could have went through probably no problem, but I don't know. My wife talked me out of it. It's before kids or whatever, but the way things ended up turning out, I wish I'd have went. You know, me and
Yeah.
her ended up divorcing later on and all that crap. Anyway,
Shit,
yeah,
I tried to get in when I was 18, and my dad was in World War II. You know, and a lot of my family went in the Marines and the Army.
Yeah, mine too. My dad was in
a lot of them in the Marines, but like Daddy and my uncle, they were in the Army, regular Army.
Yeah, my
And
dad
Daddy
was
had joined he volunteered for a year. That was before Pearl Harbor got bombed, and then they called him back because he was still active.
Yeah.
And when they bombed Pearl Harbor, they called him back. He wasn't home but a month, I think.
Yeah.
when
My
they
dad would,
got back on the bus.
my dad joined the Navy because he was worried about being drafted into the Army. And so he went into the Navy during World War II. And I've got numerous uncles that were Army and Navy and just all different branches, you know.
Hmm.
But
Well, I tried to join the Army.
My
They
oldest
wouldn't
son
have
is
me.
Navy.
huh?
My
What's
oldest
that?
son is Navy.
Is he? Yeah.
I tried to join the Army. They wouldn't have me. I was 4F. The Army recruiter says, try to join the Navy. They'll take anybody, you know. But no, sure they didn't take me neither.
What's 4F?
Unfit, not able, you know, like blind in one eye,
Can't see
deaf in
out
one
the
ear. My back was crookeder than a politician.
Navy, you've got to be in physical condition. I mean, they don't just take anybody anymore.
Yeah.
But they used to, but not now. I'm well, not then.
No.
You know, I
It-
mean, he was making a joke, but there was some truth into it. You know, about the Navy will take anybody. So,
Well,
I mean,
if things in this country ever got bad enough, like a World War III, and I mean dire enough, they would even take old men like me if push come to shove. You know what I'm saying? But it had to get really bad before that
oh
would
yeah,
happen.
but that would be kind of like a militia type thing.
Yeah,
All it
You
would
know,
take is a phone call from me.
yeah.
You still in decent shape, Agent? I mean, far as
Decent
for
enough.
like bones not broken and arthritis and all that.
No, I'm able to go back in if they need me.
Oh, okay.
I can't just say I want to go back in. They gotta literally call me and tell me, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, I signed up for the, before it was taken out, I signed up for the draft. When I turned 18, you had to go to the post office and get that form, fill it out, and hand it back to the postmaster or the worker or whatever, and they sent it in for you.
I
Mine was
heard
the library.
the other day on a video I was watching. Now, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just telling you what I heard, that they no longer have the draft as far as you're automatically going to be in the draft. You don't have to register or nothing. They got, you know what I'm saying? They
It
just,
was like that, yeah, because they did away with the draft.
Yeah.
What they call it? Register for it was the drive, but they had another name for it too, and all that. Selective service, I think. Yeah, selective
Yeah.
service. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to sign
but-
up for selective. That was a fancy name for the drive.
but the way he's
They
saying
did
it,
away with it, but now it's back. Now
Well,
it's back.
the way this guy
Well-
was explaining it, you don't sign up for nothing. You don't go to the post office or the library. You're automatically, if your number comes up, you're already in it. In other words, if you're at
Well,
that age,
where's the-
automatically.
Well, when you turn 18, you're supposed to sign up for it anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, I think both my boys
The draft hasn't really opened back up just yet.
Mm-mm.
But if World War III kicks up, you better
Yeah.
believe it's opening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They would not take my youngest son because he lost his right eye. He's got a glass eye. And my oldest son, he's only 2 years older. I think he's 42 or 43. If things got dire enough, he'd probably be called, you know. But I don't. My youngest son works at the shipyard, but like I said, he's only got one good eye, so I
And the
jumped on him.
generation we got nowadays is just like, you don't want them in there.
No. It's ridiculous, ain't it?
Missy must have put up the paper I sent off yesterday for the driver's license, and it said on there, because I mailed it out instead of going in, and getting the eyes checked and all that crap. Because I got glasses, but the prescription and they for seeing 4, but so I just mailed it in on the safe side, and they had something on that filling out, and then you got to agree to this and that and the other. And it was for the selective service. You have to, saying that when you turn 18, you sign up for it and all this, register yourself. They had all that on that driver's license thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, they did bring it back then, but I can't find, I don't know where that paper's at.
If I remember correctly, and it's been a few years back, but when my boys hit 18, they did have to register, even though there was no draft. They had to
Right.
do whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, register for the selective. So I had to go to the post office, and back then it was at the post office.
I never had to. But
This was in 1984. So, I
Yeah.
turned,
40 years ago?
no. This was in 1982.
Yeah.
1982 is
42
when I
years ago.
turned 18.
Yeah,
God.
I never had to
Yeah.
worry about it. My two older brothers had to worry about it. They were at the age during Vietnam to go, But
Oh, yeah.
I was just a little kid. By the time I was the age to do it, there was no draft, no registration, no war, no anything. I just skirted right on through, and all right, okay. But my oldest brother tried to join, but he had an injured back from working with my dad in that fence business. And then my youngest brother, which is only 2 years younger than my oldest brother, 8 years older than me, he went to New Orleans a couple times, but they never called his number. And by the time they got to him, it was over with,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
Vietnam was over in let's see, in 1975. I remember they had a Vietnamese come in my junior high school.
Yeah.
He was one of the refugees or whatever. Man, he had on nice clothes and nice watch and all that. Couldn't speak a lick of English.
Oh, I remember when they brought all them Vietnamese over here.
1975, the first Vietnamese I ever seen in my life. And like,
Yeah, we went to New Orleans for something. I can't remember what. And there was a big chain grocery store that used to be very popular back then in the mid 70s. And we were up in that store, and man, I seen these Vietnamese everywhere. And that's who they were. They were some of the ones that came over here after the war. from
right.
the
They had took in.
South Vietnamese.
Yeah,
No, we
right.
should-
Correct. I was later I did some research on it and found out that they were supposed to have a limit of 100,000 refugees come in, that they were taking in from there. 100,000, that was it. But more came into the country,
Yeah.
and if they were here, they got papers and funding or something like that, to start them off. But a lot of them Vietnamese, a lot of them come over here with gold, and the gold here was, they had a piece of gold in Vietnam that wasn't worth that much money. Over here, it was worth a lot.
Yeah.
See, our unit had so many interpreters, and
They did in the small town of Kaplan, Louisiana, where Sammy Kershaw is from. They didn't. In fact, Sammy's not that much older than me, just a few years.
I used to like his music.
I think he
Sammy
was-
Kershaw.
I think he was 11th grade when I was in school. Yeah, he's got good music. He was in 11th grade, 10th or 11th grade.
Was he kin to Doug Kershaw by any chance?
They first cousin. Their daddies were brothers.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. That was the Raging Cajun. Doug Kershaw.
That was the original Raging Cajun right there, Doug Kershaw.
Sure was.
They
I
had
can
his hair all fixed nice and neat to go on some show, something like what's that guy's name? The big we got a big shoe for you tonight. What's his name?
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan, that's it.
Yeah.
Rocky Boys is back. Woo woo.
Oh, I remember him. Well, he'd wiggle all over the place. He had
Oh
that
yeah.
fiddle. He
Oh, yeah, and he wouldn't play like this, he played
Yeah.
like this,
yeah.
He didn't hold it traditional like he held it down here, boy, and that horsehair was flying all over that bow, you know, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how hard he was on the fiddle. And
Mhm.
they had them all dressed nice and neat and everything. And this was like 4 or 5 hours before the show started. And they, you know, like, well, if you want to go get cleaned up, you know, the bathroom's here and all that. He jumps in the shower and they had all that spray on his hair. His hair was curled and, you know,
Yeah.
all that. And man, he come out of that. He messed all of that makeup up, all of that crap. You know, that oh, and that ain't that most handsomest man in the box. Okay.
No, man, he was kind of dog ugly, but
Yeah.
yeah, boy, that Joker knew he could play a fiddle.
Oh yeah, Louisiana man.
Yeah, he wasn't pretty at all. This is about the way he
No,
looked
he
back
kind of looked like that old ghoul fella, or yeah,
Back-
that's it.
back in the day. Look at this one. This is when he done got older.
Yeah, see how he's holding his fiddle? That's how
Yeah.
he holds it, like that. He don't
Yeah.
do it traditional like.
Damn,
He look. What was that? Ghoulman.
that's him at 84 years old.
He's 84.
No, that's him at 84. I don't know how old
Oh,
he is.
okay.
Who is that?
Derek Kershaw.
That's what I thought.
That brisket good?
Yeah,
What's that? Piece of fat.
yeah.
Oh man, that's the best part.
when I lived at home during the 60s, the 70s, you know, we'd watch my parents watched all kind of country music shows and all that kind of stuff, and every now and then he'd pop up on one of them. That's how I knew him, the Raging Cajun.
Yeah, you know, David Carlisle, it don't do that on my end. I always see David Carlisle. I guess you got a wrench too. That's probably what makes a big difference. But some people, it shows David Carlisle. Some people see it like that. It's a YouTube glitch.
Huh,
Some
I
people,
still-
and it's not all the time it does it.
I see
It does it
David.
every now and then.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. And he's the only one that I know of that the first letter from his name's missing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. Strange.
But yeah, there was a guy, an actor. He kind of resembles, well, they would pass for brothers. Look like Doug Kershaw, you know, with them big old eyes and that nose. Because Doug had a big nose. Now he did have a cross on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, boy, that was a long time ago. Holy crap. I'm having to cut through all this gray matter just to remember his face. Damn. Years ago, I was just a kid. If I'm 65, is he even still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah,
I wonder how old he is now. Let me see if I can
I didn't
find
know he was in his 80s. I would have guessed, 78, 79 years old, something like that.
Let me see if I can find a Wikipedia on him.
Or IMDb.
He's been active since 1948. I was born in 58. Let me
Well, he was young. Yeah, but like active, that meant like,
yeah,
recording contract.
he's 88. He was born in 1936, January the 24th, from Cameron Parish, Louisiana.
Cameron Parish, yeah.
Anyway, it's got a whole thing on Louisiana man.
Well, okay, Lake Arthur.
Yeah.
Okay, some of Lake Arthur and all that's in Cameron Parish.
Okay.
There's a little bitty area that's Cameron Parish on Highway 14,
Uh-huh.
south of Lake Arthur, and the rest of it's Vermilion Parish.
Okay.
They have been talking about giving that little north corner of Cameron, northeast corner of Cameron Parish to Vermilion Parish for years, because there's really nobody that lives in that little area, and there's very little tax revenue coming out of it. But that one little thing, that one little area on Highway 14 is Cameron Parish. When you're in Vermilion Parish, when you're heading to Lake Arthur, past Gaydon, right in between Gaydon and Lake Arthur. And you're in Vermilion Parish, then you go in Cameron Parish, and about another 4 miles, you back in Vermilion Parish again. So it's just a little panhandle of Cameron Parish up there, a little bitty panhandle, and and if something happens over there, like a murder, but I mean, I can't see that happening. But if anything bad happens, they got to have a deputy sheriff from Cameron Parish, and they got to make that long way around to come. Either way is a long way around. So I don't know if they have a deputy that lives in that area, because it would be like an hour and something drive for a deputy to come out of Cameron Parish to go to that part of Cameron Parish, or by boat. It would be faster by boat, and then walk to the highway.
Huh. Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking he's 88. I'm 65, 75, 85. He was 23 when I was born. So when I was watching him, he must have been like around his mid 30s.
Damn.
I would have been old enough to remember it. I'm saying 8-10 years old. But yeah, he popped up on a lot of stuff back then. Being a little kid, I thought there was something wrong with him because he's just sitting there fidgeting and playing.
Oh yeah, no, he was a wild man.
I'm like, what the heck is that?
And he was raised up on a houseboat too. That's a true story. What he sings about.
Yeah,
That is
Louisiana
a
man.
true story.
Yeah.
Yeah. His mom. She had passed away. Mom Rita, they call her. She passed away now, but she used to live in what they call West Division in Jennings, which is right north of the I-10 passes on the north side, through the north side of Jennings.
Right.
Right. It's in between Crowley and Lake Charles, halfway. And when you get off of the interstate, go south, you got the Boudin King right there and all, and it's a fried chicken place too. And they have chicken boudin because they get leftover chicken from the fried chicken, and they'll make boudin with it. They'll take all the crust off. Yeah, they'll take all the crust off and grind the meat and then make boudin with the chicken. So they were the first ones that I know of to have chicken boudin.
Yeah, I'd never heard of chicken boudin. That's a new one on me.
Oh yeah, man. And the chicken's got that chicken fat on it, and that skin's ground up with that. If they boil it or whatever, so that gives it the grease just like pork meat does to boudin.
Right.
But right after the Boudin King, there's a road to the right, and that's what goes into West Division. Like subdivision, but it's the western part of town. And they just call it West Division. And that's where his mama was living. Now, this was back in 1986, I want to say.
Yeah.
His mama was still living then.
Yeah.
Because I worked for a company in Jennings at the time.
What do you do now, Boo? Anything? Are you working anywhere on a regular basis or no?
Can't.
Disabled or?
No, not officially, no, but I am disabled.
Okay. I was just curious. I know you've done a lot of different things through your life.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm how they call that, a jack of all trades and master of all of them that I did.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I'm a master carpenter. I used to have papers saying that. My dad was a home builder, so I started young into that industry, into that trade. Truck driving, had my own trucks, big, 18-wheelers, had my own trucks. Had two of them, not at the same time, bought one, then got out of it, and then went to another trade, commercial fishing, like in where I'm from, the construction slows in the wintertime.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of houses being built. And so I do like a lot of the coon asses down there and hit the marsh and go trapping, nutria rats, coons, muskrat, crabbing, commercial shrimping, there's all that I got enough. I know enough stuff that I always had something to fall back on.
That's like me. I've done all kind of different trades. I was a licensed electrician in the city I was raised in. I've I've heck, I've been doing HVAC since the early '80s, I guess, and then that swapped over to automotive later, and I did that for 16 years. Well, hell, I'm still doing it out of my house, and then I was a pipe welder, pipe fitter during most of that because I worked more than one job. I worked multiple jobs just to scratch out a living. But
Right.
it taught me a lot. I probably learned more in my lifetime than the average man ever does because just doing it, just to drive to want to do better. But it was working with my hands and my mind or whatever it took. And I've been doing this YouTube thing for 12 years. I've
Yeah.
kind of been semi successful at that. So
Shit, you've been successful at it. I mean,
Yeah.
you paying your bills with it, so that's a good thing.
so far,
See,
That's a good
our
thing.
our upbringing was a hell of a lot different than nowadays.
what is?
The upbringing we had
Oh yeah, man. It
was
don't
a
Oh,
even
yeah.
hell of a lot
resemble.
different.
It don't
Yeah.
even resemble today. It's scary almost.
I mean, I could make if I had a house like I used to in the marsh, I could make a living in the wintertime just off of Nutri-Rat and muskrat, but I wouldn't go for muskrat. That wouldn't be my target. My target would be Nutri.
Yeah,
Shooting in the daytime and then trapping, because when you'll catch them in the daytime, you can run. We always ran our traps in the morning, and we had like 200 traps. We'd have 100 neutral, and those things
Yeah.
are big and heavy. So
Uh-huh.
Chili Riley Graham, his nickname was Chili, and we had a couple of boats. I had my boat, he had his boat, but we go to the marsh from his house on Bayou Shan. It was his camp, but it was a house that was on the levee, on the side of the bayou,
yeah,
on Bayou Shan. Anyway, we go trapping in his boat. He dropped me off at the corner, and I'd start running the traps. And he knew about every 15th trap. He would pull up, and then I would see him there, and I'd unload the rats I had, and I was carrying them by hand. And if he would hear me holler and whoop whoop and or whistle, he knew to back up, come back toward the corner and look for me because I had too many rats and I
yeah.
couldn't carry them because them things they go 26 pounds a piece. Them
What
big
are-
rats.
What are they wanting out of them? Who you sell them to? The fur? Or
Yeah, we were selling the fur and we were selling the meat to the gator farms. We
okay,
were selling the meat too. All we had to do was bust the teeth out, cut the feet off.
I got you. I never done trapping for like making money or anything, but as a teenager, me and my oldest friend, the one that runs them big shrimp boats, we used to trap all the time, still traps, and we got good at it. And
Yeah.
when Derek, my oldest son, was coming up, I taught him how to trap. We caught
Good thing.
we caught all kind of coons and possum and stuff like that, just teaching him how to do it. And he still to this day, wants to go trapping and stuff, and he does. He sets traps, he hunts, he fishes, everything I've taught him.
Mhm.
But I never done it for a living. Now he did. He made money with it. We used to
Trapping?
we used to go to Greer's over in Moss Point, and we'd sell them coons out there in the parking lot. Now,
Mhm.
a lot of the black people would buy them, but you had to leave
Oh, yeah.
a foot. You had to leave a foot on them.
Yep, to make sure it was a coon,
It was a coon, not a cat or something,
a dog. Yeah,
or
a coon
a dog.
favor a small dog. Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd sell them like that. So I'd let him trap. He'd get them, and clean them all up. We'd throw them in the ice chest and take them down to Greer's. He'd sell them every time, and we
Yeah.
never had to leave the parking lot. We see them get out of their cars. Hey, you want to buy a raccoon? Like that, and they come
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, how much you want for it? I don't remember what he sold them for, but they wanted
I
them.
forget what we used to get for the meat. But it was about a pound. I think it was like 10 cents a pound or something.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, it wasn't much, but
7 cents, 8 cents a pound to the gator farmers. What they do, they make ground meat with it, feed it to
Right.
the gator.
I just mainly was just teaching him things that he would have learned nowhere else. You know, that's why I
Yeah.
did it. You know,
And they wanted guts and all too. They
Yeah.
didn't want it gutted. They wanted everything because they just threw them in them big grinders,
grind
big
it all
old
up.
meat grinders. Yeah, and it's just grind everything, guts, everything. And that was their gator food. Right? And we were making, it would pay the gas and the electricity at the camp for the month,
Yeah.
And we was getting $14 for a NutraHide back then. For a
Okay.
top Nutra, a big Nutra, $14. And then it went down, I think, to 12, I think, for a second.
Is there
11
even
to 12.
is there a market for that anymore, or is that a thing that's
Oh
gone?
yeah.
They still
There's
got
still
the
a
fur
market for it.
buyers. My cousin Wendell Nunez, cowboy, he was a buyer back then. The Segreras were big fur and alligator hide buyers, and
Yeah.
that's back when we did gators way back then. We actually skinned a gator and salted it and rolled it up, kept it in coolers. And nowadays they just kill and bring the whole gator in. 'Cause of the meat. The meat's worth money too. Now the hunter, we don't get now. We can still they still got a buyer that will buy the gator hide, but they're gonna give you less money for it. So it just pays to have to sell the whole thing because
Is-
they punishing you for not giving them the meat.
Is
selling
there a trick to breaking through that armor on a gator? I've only tried skinning one of them, and he was a small one. Man, that armor was tough. We eventually did it, but I just wondered if there was a trick or something to.
No, you
Yeah,
just
flip
skin
it
them
up.
out. But you have to leave a button on the tail when you skin them out. You have to leave a trademark, and every year that trademark changed. Say you couldn't use a gator from the summer like that you kill because you didn't know what button they call them buttons. What button to leave on the tail?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Or
talking about
which
like
one to take out.
Well, I'm talking about like if I went and hunted a gator just to eat or whatever.
You skin them out from the belly, from the jaw down to the belly and open them up, skin. Well,
Yeah.
once you open them up like that, it's like, skinning a deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pull the hide away from there, and the hide's so thick on there and tough that you can cut through the hide, with a very sharp knife, but you didn't want to make a hole in the skin because then they would deduct points,
Right,
deduct
right.
money from it.
You have a hole in your alligator boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could make money because the game wardens, they give, I think it's $5 for a tail, a Nutra tail, and then you're
Okay.
gonna get another $6 or $7 for a hide. Like a top. I think a top hide a couple of years ago was going for like $6 or $7. It ain't no $14 and $15 no more for a top hide, man.
Well,
Man, we were picking them up off the side of the road.
Yeah, they're
there's a Nutra. Pull over. Hold on. Stop. Let me check him. And if he was still a little warm, and
Yeah.
pliable, if rigor mortis didn't set in yet, or if he didn't stink, put it that
Yeah.
way. Because back then, if there was a Nutra on the road dead, there's a big 90% chance he was still good because everybody was picking them up off the side of the road.
they're considered a nuisance animal, right? Like the wild.
They're a pest here because of the well, it's not so much the nutras that are really the marsh eaters and stuff. It's the muskrats. That's the ones that actually eat up the marsh.
The problem we have here in this state is all these daggum wild hogs.
Yeah, well, that's here too.
Yeah, that's everywhere, I think, right now.
Yeah, that's everywhere in the south. Everywhere in the south.
I think there's certain
Texas.
organizations in Texas that actually want you to come out there and hunt them.
Yeah, I know we're here in this state. Last time I looked, I don't know if it's still like that, but it was open season on hogs year round. Used to be years ago, you could only kill them if let's say it's rabbit season. You could only shoot them or kill them with whatever you're hunting with if they happen to come out on you. But they changed all that, And now you can kill them year round if you just want
Over
to.
here too. Same thing here too.
Yeah, because man, they tear up so much land, and stuff.
Yeah.
All that rooting around and stuff.
Bean fields.
Yeah,
In the cornfields, just everywhere. Now, not the rice fields. No, not that. But like at what we call the bond up here north
Yeah.
of me, and north of Mamu and all that, they got that area called the bond. There's a lot of fields over there, and deer hunting property. And man, them hogs get in there. They want like Johnny Berza. He was like, man, anytime y'all want to come hog hunting, just let me know. We got a bunch of hogs on the land. We need to get off.
yeah, they're destructive, man. I watch that deer meat for dinner every now and then, and he does a lot of hog hunting right there on his ranch.
Yeah.
Hogs everywhere.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's up, Van the Man? What's happening?
I got soaked tonight.
It's raining over there.
Oh my God. One point I could barely see the road.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that
So
works.
got home, got all my wet clothes, got cleaned up. Now I got those wet clothes in the washing machine getting cleaned up for tomorrow. Well, at least tomorrow is supposed to be sunny.
Well, I didn't check the weather or not, but I don't know if it's supposed to rain tomorrow here tomorrow. I have no idea. No idea. Hey, I'm gonna check my phone right quick. See the weather. Baby, what you doing, baby? I hear you breathing hard back there. Scratching, probably.
But it got pretty nasty.
Showers ending early. Lows over in the upper 60s. Nope, I don't see any rain for tomorrow. The high tomorrow is going to be 80. It's 72 right now. It's supposed to quit raining at about 1 in the morning.
Yep.
Sunday is supposed to have a little chance of rain, 20%, but that's the norm. 10, 20% in the wintertime. That's almost every day, in the fall, winter.
But right now I'm eating supper too. Eating some soup that I made the other night.
Soup?
Yep.
I had a couple chicken strips earlier. I'm getting hungry.
Well, this is a package of meatballs, canned diced tomatoes, frozen veggies, tomato sauce. I added some water to it, made soup out of it.
There you go.
On Sunday,
A couple days, I'm going to be making some egg rolls or spring rolls. I got some cabbage. I don't have any carrots. I'm gonna just probably get one carrot. I'm gonna make a bunch of them and then freeze them. Well, I'm gonna cook a bunch, but I'm gonna put some up. John Francis, what's up, mon ami? Central Louisiana checking in tonight. Well, them egg rolls, man, that's good stuff. Takes a little while to make them, but hey, when you make a bunch of them and then you can freeze them, take them out the freezer, let them thaw out, and throw them in the hot grease, man.
I think the last time I tried to make egg rolls, they came out too puffy.
Too puffy?
Yeah.
What kind of wrapper you used on them?
The wrapper I was supposed to use.
Okay. They do get, the little blisters on the skin, they do get that on egg rolls. Spring rolls don't do it. That skin there don't do it.
Yeah, I like them egg rolls to be crunchy on the outside, but the inside still be tender and a little bit doughy. That's when they're good, kind of crunch and then tender.
Well, yeah, it should be because on the inside of the egg roll, you got
Yeah.
all your meat and cabbage and carrots and
Yeah.
uh,
You ever? I did a video on this years ago, and I noticed after I done that video, people start doing it with boudin, different things like that. But I've done it with
oh
boudin too.
yeah,
But take that boudin and stuff it, in an egg roll wrapper.
yeah. That's
Deep-
man. I might do some boudin rolls like that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
I used to do it with jambalaya. Like shrimp and
Yeah.
salsa.
yeah.
And
Anything to put inside. Hell yeah.
And deep fried, man, they're good. I did that years ago when I first started my channel, and that video did good. And
Boudin egg rolls.
what I did then was jambalaya. I made a big old pile of
Oh,
jambalaya.
jambalaya egg rolls. Okay.
Yeah, and I said,
That'll work.
I used to bring them in to work years ago,
Excuse me.
and I sold them. Had my own little ovens, kept them piping hot. I wrap them up in a deli wrap and then a foil wrap, and sold them to all them cats on the ship, along with chili dogs and Polish sausage and things like that.
Oh, I like Polish sausage.
Yeah,
I used to go to them street fairs, like that big state fair in Baton Rouge, the Louisiana State Fair. I went there a couple times when I had my radio shop. I went there one time. A buddy of mine that he had a tattoo studio in my house in Girls Tech, and I didn't pay for none of my tattoos that he did for me, because he had a studio in my house. Anyway, he had left, I forget what year it was, and he went to Florida or something, and then I don't know, I guess it got slow in Florida for the winter, and he was working in the fall. He jumped in with a carnival, like the state fair, and he was working the state fair. He called me up. He said, "Boo." I said, "What?" And he said, "This is Dave." I'm like, "What's happening?" He said, "I need a favor." So, and his dog was pregnant. I mean, just had a litter. So I went and picked up Queenie and all the puppies until he got back from doing his carnival gig. I think I had her about 5 or 6 months, and the puppies.
I'm trying
came
to tell
back.
you that.
Oh yeah,
that was
I've seen some boudin. I think
that's boudin 3 ways. That's boudin balls. That's egg rolls, and that's just regular link boudin.
who's that guy you with?
That's Derek, my oldest son.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to show you the thumbnail, but it keeps moving.
Yeah, I'll look at it later.
Yeah, try use some of them.
I'll look it up because that'll
rolls.
give me an idea how another idea on to prepare them and stuff.
I like them boudin egg rolls is good or better than boudin balls.
We used to have like small French bread, like say just a big hot dog bun. Okay.
Yeah.
At Miss Ralph's store in Boston, which is on almost on Vermilion Bay. There wasn't but a mile of marsh in between the bay, the shore of the bay, and her store.
Right.
And she had them, boudin po' boys, or boudin on a bun, she called it. Boy, and that was good too. Some mustard and some Jack Miller. Oh boy.
Yeah, there was Jack Miller on this thumbnail I was trying to show you, but it keeps going straight to the
I got a big old jar of Jack Miller, big quart jar of Jack Miller in the pantry. That's that's the best barbecue sauce they got. And it's not even, I wouldn't call it a barbecue sauce. I call it liquid candy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
it. Some bread in it, and just my kids used to do that. I'd buy a gallon jar of Jack Miller and they'd go to town in 2 months, that jar was empty. And all they was doing was taking it out, out the jar in a bowl and dipping bread in it and eating the bread with Jack Miller barbecue sauce.
I had a guy comment on this.
I gotta get some more lemonade. I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get back to my comments. Let's see. Comment.
Oh, with egg rolls, you can pretty much put anything you want in them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had I haven't responded to. There was somebody. I don't see it, but anyway, he commented. He goes, "Yeah, good video." He goes, "What's up with that Jack Miller's barbecue sauce? That's the nastiest stuff," or something like that. You know, I'm like, whatever. You know,
They don't know taste.
you can't please everybody. You know, I quit trying that a long time ago.
Yep.
Tell you what though, for a fast food restaurant, you know who's got good egg rolls? Jack in the Box.
Really, we don't have a Jack in the Box here. I wish we did. I heard they got decent tacos.
I don't want to touch the tacos, but they have a chicken teriyaki bowl. Comes with an egg roll, but there's times I just got egg rolls for lunch. Get three
Depends
of
on
them.
the type of taco you get from Jack in the Box. If it's just a regular taco, it's depending on where you get it. It's okay.
Yeah,
If you get the monster filled taco with all the beef and cheese and lettuce, and tomatoes and stuff like that,
pretty good.
usually, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have one here. I wish we did. Burger
Well,
King, not Burger King. Yeah, Burger King. When I was still working at the shipyard, I pulled by there and they had tacos on their menu, and I get them to go, you know, carry into work. And I did that for like 2 weeks straight. Then I went back in there and said, "Oh, we don't have those no more." I'm like, God, they were like crunchy tacos, but they wouldn't just fall apart when you bite into them. I liked them, you know, they were decent. And they quit making them. I'm like, crap.
I mean, you get when I lived in San Diego, you get 2 for $1 tacos.
Yeah,
Close to the end of the week. I mean, that was my staple. Close to the end of the work week, and I worked right across the street from a Jack in the Box, so I could just park the truck. And when I drove for a nonprofit,
I don't even know what the closest one is.
I'll walk
Mobile's
across
probably
there,
got them.
get 6 or 8 tacos, and I'll bring them back over to the lunchroom, and I'll sit down and eat all 8. My boss came in one day. She's like, "What are you doing? You eating all 8 of those tacos?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hungry."
Hell yeah, I used to eat 3 chalupas from Taco Bell, and then we used to go to the Pascagoula at Taco Bell over there, and I'd order like 25 or 30 chalupas. They were only $1, $1.25 back then.
See, whenever we go out to
when we get
Calexico,
off the boat.
whenever we go out to Calexico, there's a truck stop right there where we drop where the yard where we drop our loads at, and the wife knows. She's like, "Yep, I know you're gonna stop over there and get your tacos, because there's a Jack in the Box right there."
Yeah, I'm trying to find one near me. I don't see nothing near me. Jackson Box locations.
But here in Baton Rouge, they built 12 or 13 of them. They shut down 3.
Yeah,
What, Jack in
Mississippi.
the Box? That many in Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
Damn.
See, I'm looking Jack in the Box in the United States. I'm going to the M's. The only M is Missouri. They got them. Let me try Alabama.
You
Nope,
go to
Alabama.
Texas.
Alabama ain't got them.
You go to Texas, they got a shitload of them.
Texas and Tennessee. Yep. Utah, Washington.
You got
We've never had
that's
them.
the
down
first
here.
time I ever seen one was when I was living in Bay Cliff, Texas, which is down on the north shore of Galveston Bay.
Now, with that said, I have eaten there. When Katrina hit, I went up to Illinois for 8 months, Belleville, Illinois, and they had them in that area, and we ate there a little bit. I'll tell you something else they had up there I really liked. It was Hardee's, but it was called Hardee's Red Burrito. All they had was like Taco Bell type stuff, but it was Hardee's. It was Hardee's sign, but it said Hardee's Red Burrito, and it was pretty darn good. Yeah, I liked it, but never seen them down here.
Red burrito. That must be the chorizo that because chorizo's red in color.
Well, that was the name of it. They sold all kind of stuff. Let's see if they're still even around. Hardee's Red Burrito.
Yeah, when I lived in Bay Cliff down there on the north shore of Galveston, In fact, I was running seafood at that time, crawfish, and I'd run crawfish to San Antonio, to Dallas, Fort Worth area, running live crawfish up there. And they had a Jack in the Box right there in Bay Cliff, and on 140 Highway 146, I think it was.
There it is.
And
Hardee's.
the Red
Hardee's.
Burrito, huh?
Yeah, red burrito. We
Well, I
got
tell you, I used to eat in the mornings. I'd go to that Hardee's right there at on the highway by the foot of the bridge in Pascagoula. Once you got off of the bridge, about a block to the left, there was a Hardee's at that
yeah,
corner.
I used to go get biscuits and gravy just about every
Yeah.
Sunday and
Biscuits
bring
and
back home.
gravy, and I'd get
I'd feed my 2 little boys and my wife I had back then, and we'd eat that every. A lot of people go get donuts and chocolate milk on Sundays. I went to Hardee's and got biscuits and gravy.
I used to get the chicken fried steak
Yeah,
biscuit and egg. I get a chicken fried steak, add egg, and I said, give me a pack of mayonnaise, because the mayonnaise was in a big tall pack, like
I
the
tell you-
ketchup packs.
I'll
And I
tell you.
put mayonnaise on my bread, on my biscuit, on each
Yeah.
side. Oh man,
I'll tell you something else they made that I liked a lot. I don't think they do it anymore, but it was chili dogs. Hardee's chili dogs. They were cheap, inexpensive, but they were tasty, man.
the
They were
only
like-
ones I ever ate were up at the Oaks up there, the Oaks store,
Oh yeah. We've
And-
all eaten
the
there.
Orange Grove.
I
Right.
tell you what, if you ever run into a Wiener Schnitzel,
Wiener Schnitzel, yeah.
I've ate one.
Yeah.
I've ate at there. I think they were in where was that one at?
We got one in South Baton Rouge. We used to have one on Airline Highway, but they shut it down.
It might have been that in Baton Rouge by off of airline, yeah. North of the north by the mall somewhere.
South is south between the interstate and Florida on Airline
Okay.
Highway.
That's the one. That's the one then. I've ate at that one.
There's one off of Sigan now, I think. It's been there for a long time. No, that's a Whataburger. Never mind.
Well, I know they
the
have a
best hot-
Wiener
the best
Schnitzel
hot
on
dogs.
airline that I ate on.
Yeah, they shut that Wiener Central down about 15 years ago.
They had a Chi-Chi's by the mall too there, at that Cloverleaf. I think it was where was the Cortana Mall on Florida and Airline or
Florida and
Government?
Airline.
Okay. Well, on the across from the mall, I think it was on the north side of the airline. They had a Chi-Chi's. There was a Mexican restaurant. Man, they had the best steak and beef and shrimp fajitas.
Mm.
I ordered the shrimp, beef and shrimp, add shrimp or whatever. Man, them things come out sizzling on them little iron plates.
Yeah.
And they had the taco shells or the tortilla shells. They had all the fixings and stuff like that. Man, boy,
Tell you what, the best hot dogs I ever had was Portillo's.
for Huros, what?
Portillo's up in Chicago.
Portillo.
Okay. Were they
Oh yeah,
Chicago?
Chicago dogs. Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh. It's the best hot dogs I ever had.
They got them hot dog carts, that pick them, on the go. People set up in the daytime, and man, they got some good hot dogs. It's who is it that was there one night that was talking about that? That was Leprechaun TV. We was all on, I forget what channel, whose stream we were on, but he was showing us that over there in Cincinnati
Ohio, yeah.
or Cleveland.
Cleveland,
Which one?
where he's from.
Cleveland, yeah, okay. Well, he was showing us a video that he had made. He had went to one of them hot dog stands, somewhere in Cleveland, and man, that hot dog was like this long, that long, and like a foot long, and it wasn't no regular little Frank that you buy in the in a little pack of 10 or whatever it is. It wasn't that. These were some damn like sausage hot dogs, about that big around. I'm like, man, and loaded with all kind of stuff. And I'm like, now that's what I call a freaking hot dog. I couldn't, and Leprechaun even said, man, I'm a big eater, but I couldn't eat it all. He said, I just cut them in half, eat half, and eat the other half later.
If you get the right hot dog cart, I mean, you can get a damn good hot dog.
Damn,
If you
Scott,
get the
that's a
wrong-
brand new truck.
If you get the wrong hot dog cart, oh no.
Oh, yeah, then you get tofu poisoning, toenail fungus poisoning.
You get the basudas.
You get Montezuma's revenge.
There was a place on Millville Road called Chicago Willie's. And basically, it was like a snowball stand, but he served hot dogs. Eventually, built a building to serve hot dogs. Well, of course, the flood took it out and it went out of business. But I went there one time. He had 3 different size hot dogs in width. And the best one was the middle size one. He would grill those the day before. Then at night, then he put them in either the refrigerator in liquid smoke and then steam them the next day. Those were good hot dogs. And his chili, he made chili fresh every day.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a good hot dog, but the bun's got to be right too.
Absolutely.
Well, for the cheap versions, for the buns, like Wonder Bread buns or Evangeline made buns or whatever, me and Russ, we lived in the same town. And he's from Pascagoula, and I lived there in that area for, almost 10 years. And there's a hot dog place up there, the world's best chili dogs. And
World
man,
famous.
those were
Yep.
good.
Yeah, it ain't good.
Man, that was some good chili dogs.
I always wanted that recipe, man. Nobody makes them like they do. Even Ed's drive-in don't make chili dogs that good.
Oh, Ed's. I remember Ed's.
Yeah, they got decent hot dog, but they wasn't as good as the Oats.
They had good
If you
burgers
could-
at Ed's. The old time burgers had that pool hall burger taste to them.
They're still open.
Every once in a while, I'll pull into a truck stop and I'll go in.
Thank you. I needed a new mud flap for my semi truck. I like that. I gotta put that up.
Every once in a while, I'll pull up to a truck stop. It's mainly Lowe's truck stops, and they got some of them got the honey flavored buns, really nice soft buns. I mean,
Damn.
can't beat it.
Nah, I
And
like
they put them in the warmer.
Yeah, I like steam buns, man. Something about that chew, you get when you bite in that hot dog. I love that texture on a hot dog, chili dog. That's what I like. Is good chili
Tommy
dog
Hamlin.
with
How's Dublin, Ireland tonight?
raw onions and a little bit of mustard. I'm good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he ate. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even let me know. It was still hot, Misty cooked a brisket tonight and a pot of baby lima beans. The little baby limas like that. Butter
You
beans.
can keep the
Just a
limas,
pot
but I'll
of
take
them.
the brisket.
Oh, I know, man. Hey, dry beans. Missy cooked, man. She makes a gravy with that. When she cooks beans down, they got a gravy with it. It's not
Yeah.
liquid that goes through the rice or, rolling up, flowing off the plate. No, this is like a gravy in those beans.
That's what I do with red beans. And I've seen people cook beans, then they start smashing them, trying to get it.
Oh,
thick.
no.
I'm like,
no,
don't do that. Just leave them things alone.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
3 hours is usually what it takes for them beans to create their own thick gravy.
Gravy, yeah, because
And
you
man,
do have
they're good.
they do break down on their own.
They do.
And then they, when you stirring them, and all.
Just
I made over in Pascagoula, all them snapper fishermen, they loved my cooking. They loved
Yeah.
Cajun food, not all the time, because they were all from different parts of the United States and stuff. So they were like meat and potatoes type of guys instead of gravy. You know, like
Right.
when I was raised on rice and gravy.
Yeah.
You know, with a beef roast or a pork roast or whatever. You know.
Yeah. My
They
wife.
didn't eat rice and gravy every day. It was more, you know, steak and potatoes type of guys.
Right. My wife took some cube steak last night, you know, like you buy it, it's already been run through a
Veal
tenderizer. and
cutlets,
everything.
like, yeah.
Yeah, and she fried them.
Deep
Now-
fried?
Yeah,
Like
just
chicken?
just
Oh.
shallow fried them. And then I took some of that Uncle Larry's, threw in a few, man. You talk about a good gravy, and you ain't got to make it. You just buy it. It's got all the seasoning in
Oh,
it. I
okay.
poured a half a jar over in that and just let it sit there and simmer in that gravy, get it really tender. And then made a big thing of mashed potatoes. She did, and then just that meat, gravy, and mashed potatoes. That's
Yeah.
a meal to me, boy. That's comfort food.
See, what I like to do, I like to before I cook a pot of red beans, I'll usually do like a country ham,
Yeah,
like a honey baked ham or something like that.
right.
That's got the ham hock in it.
Yep.
No.
I'll take that ham hock. I'll freeze it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you
Then-
put down some beans.
Not only the ham hock, I'll take some of the ham too. I'll throw it in with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I normally buy. You can buy ham hocks at the store that's already been smoked, like 2 hocks to a little package.
Yeah.
And I'll make a big pot of red beans, and I'll throw those ham hocks in there. They'll just break down. You'll get little chunks of meat in it, and then serve it over rice, red beans and rice. Man, I love that.
Mhm.
Missy
So,
threw
yeah.
some tasso in them baby limas. She
Yeah.
threw some
Mhm.
tasso in there. Oh, yeah.
You know, that's
So, yeah,
something
you-
I've never had much of is tasso. That didn't filter over into Mississippi for some reason. Not in my household anyway.
I think
I've
we
tried
bought
it,
some
but
tasso.
I wasn't raised up around it really.
I think we bought some tasso when we were there.
Yeah, you bought some tasso when you were here. You bought some smoked sausage, bought some tasso, some boudin.
I see a lot of people use andouille like in a Cajun dish like red beans. You know what I use? My favorite sausage of all, Conecuh, out of Conecuh County, Alabama.
I know the Conecuh sausage. This
That
they got it.
smoked pork
Used to sell
sausage.
it at Wayne Lee's.
Yeah, buddy, that's my favorite. The original.
My favorite is the Manda sausage.
I've tried Manda. I've tried just about all of them, but one of my go-tos, like if we're gonna do red beans, is that Conecuh. I'll cut it into little bite-sized pieces. And a trick, and I've tried to teach people, don't throw that in there right off the bat because it's going to change the texture of that sausage. Wait until you're within 30 minutes of serving it because that sausage is fully cooked. It's going to preserve that texture. It's going to heat it all the way through. That's when to me, that's when it's at its best. I don't care if you put in like a chicken and sausage gumbo. Don't throw that sausage in there till pretty close to the end if you want to keep that texture, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Missy will throw it in, but she'll throw it in, and it's like when it's on simmer, you
Uh-huh.
know, on like
Yeah.
hardly no flame on the burner at all.
Right. Tarina used to throw it in there right off the bat, and then I'd eat it. And it's like, man, you burnt this sausage. I'm like, don't throw that in there until you're close to finishing. Then put it in there. It's fully cooked. You know, you maybe 30 minutes. That's all it needs. Heat it all the way through. Let them flavors mingle a little bit. You're good.
Uh-huh.
That's the way we do it anyway. Every time I see Scott Keller, I keep thinking of Scotty Kilmer, that big YouTuber.
Yeah, Scott Kilmer. Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that edits every frame or every other frame in the video.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't hardly listen to him because of his voice, man. He's real raspy. He talks like this, and he just after a while he just gets on my freaking nerves, you know. And he just never shuts up. But he's popular.
You know, you ever watch Pterodactyl? Terrell Fixes All.
The guy with the fake
Buck
teeth.
teeth. Yeah,
I can't watch that crazy loon, man. I can't watch him.
Well, he does the intro and the outro like on the Sunday videos, but
Yeah.
on the regular like during the week videos, whatever, he doesn't do the skits. You know, the funny
Yeah.
skits. He just does. He gets to the repair right away.
Okay, I didn't know that. Maybe I could watch that, but I've got some of them Bubba teeth, and I tell you one thing, he knows how to talk with them. Because if I try to talk with them things in my mouth, it ain't easy. You know?
He has to put his tongue up in the top of them and kind of swallow, and I can tell because I can relate to that since I wear dentures on the top. You know?
Yeah,
So yeah, because these ain't real.
yeah.
What is the best temperature to cook a baby backs on a offset smoker?
250, no more than 275.
Yeah.
Right in that range. Just kind of swing between them two temps. Same thing you do spare ribs at, but they're gonna cook quicker than spare ribs. I can tell you that, because it's part of the loin, part of the pork chop area, where the spare ribs come more in the rib section here. They're tougher, you know.
Yeah, I think my brother cooks his at 255. That's where he cooked all his ribs at.
Well, we're talking about offset smoker. You ain't gonna dial no offset smoker in at 255. You can swing between 250 and 275 like that. I'm just telling you, because try to hold a offset at a constant tip.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's
It
almost
ain't gonna
impossible.
happen.
Oh,
It ain't gonna happen.
It depends on if you drive where you're driving it from. If it depends on your plate. I call it a plate. Your intake, and you drive it from your smokestack. I drive mine from a smokestack. That's how I regulate the temperature. You know, the smoke and the
I
temp.
regulate it. I leave that stack wide open, and most of the time I'll leave that bottom intake wide open. I adjust the heat by the size of the fire. Once I get that fire established, I know exactly what it's going to take to maintain
when
that.
it's building up, you know, when and simmering down, I can drive it from the stack. I can get the temperature in an area, not precise, but in that general area.
The reason I do that, I want all set. I want a good flow all the way through it. I want it pouring smoke out of there fast. But that way you got a beautiful smoke at the end of it. Because if you're applying smoke through the entire cook, you don't want to slow that smoke down. You want it to rip, and adjust your heat by the size of the fire. Y'all watch my videos. Y'all learn a thing or two. I'm telling you. Toot my own horn here.
What about a brisket?
Same thing. 250, 275. I mean, unless you want to go low and slow, if I'm going overnight, and if I'm going to do it in something that kind of like my old hickory, where it kind of runs itself, if I'm going overnight, I'll put it at 225 until I wake up the next morning. Then I'm going to jack that heat up to about 250. If it hits 275, so be it. It ain't going to hurt it. There's enough fat in a brisket, and there's enough fat on pork butts and ribs and all that. It's very forgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Very forgiving. You know, when I say brisket, the flat is leaner, but the point is very fatty. But you'll be okay. Just don't get out of that 275. Hold it around 250 if you can. You'll be golden.
Scott Keller said, "I always wanted to smoke liver. I wonder how it would taste."
It tastes like ugh.
I know, yeah. Liver is kind of a very moist, wet product.
The only thing
you would have to put it in a pan like a cookie sheet until it would firm up, you know, because you couldn't put liver on a grill when it's raw. Carlos C, what's happening, Mon Ami? It's been a little while.
The only way I'll eat liver is in boudin. That's the only way. It ain't boudin without it.
Boy, Missy can cook a good skillet pot of liver. Man, good beef, calf liver. Oh, man.
You tell him.
liver.
You tell him, Shade Tree. That's right.
I cannot stand liver at all.
Me either.
There's only one reason I buy a liver, and that's to go catfish.
Yep. I've bought chicken livers many a time just for that reason. Turn
Yeah, I
that
love
liver
them
into a
fried.
catfish.
Fried chicken livers, fried chicken gizzards, fried chicken hearts. Hell, like years when I was 18 years old, I would eat fried chicken hearts, deep fried chicken hearts, like popcorn watching a movie. I wouldn't eat the popcorn, I'd eat chicken hearts watching a
Just
movie.
give me the chicken wing and the chicken drumstick, and I'm happy.
That's my two best pieces.
Yeah, mine too.
Forrest for the, like the breast, the thigh, leg, whatever, the wing and the drumstick. My two best parts.
That's
Yeah.
me. That's what I want. Trina she'll go to Popeyes every now and then. She'll get me a 3-piece. I said, get me 2 wings and 1 drumstick specifically. Don't tell them dark or white. Just tell them 2 wings and a drumstick, and I'm good.
There's,
with the sides that I want.
there's we got some coupons from
Coupons.
from here it is right here.
I'm gonna do some buttermilk chicken.
From
Buttermilk
Popeye,
fried chicken.
right here. For two, it's called Two Can Dine.
Ah, okay.
$9.99 for 5 pieces of chicken.
That ain't
And
bad.
your choice of chicken, okay? If you want 3 legs and 2 wings, you got it.
As long as it ain't a 3-legged chicken, I'm all right with it.
Oh yeah, well, there was a guy down here. He was a old coon ass. He bred and Popeyes and Kentucky Fried Chicken wanted him to supply their chicken because he bred some 3-legged chickens. Yeah, 3-legged chickens, and they went over there and they were looking at the chicken. All they said, man, yeah, because the drumstick and all that's. This was before buffalo wings came out and made the price of wings go up, like Chef Paul Prudhomme made the redfish go away, with black and redfish.
Yeah.
They stopped fishing for redfish because, they made a law. No more red fishing, we're gonna wipe out the species.
They
Well,
damn
so
sure put limits on it.
Popeyes wanted to do what Paul Prudhomme did with the black and redfish. They wanted them 3-legged chickens. And then one guy come up there and he was like, well, I would love to fill your orders for them, but he says, we can't catch the damn things. Yeah,
that's
3-legged.
funny.
Yeah, brother. But right here, the $9.99, that's for 5-piece, 2 sides, and 2 biscuits. That's not bad. Now, right before COVID, the Hong Kong food, I should say, Missy used to get a 3-piece with a side and a biscuit for $6, $6.50, I think it was. That's total price, $6.50. Now a 2-piece with a side, a biscuit, and a small drink is $6. But that's 2-piece instead of 3. But now with that Two Can Dine 5-piece, and then your side, your whatever you want. I don't know. They should include a breast. If you wanted a breast, they should include it. And then the rest regular. But that's not bad. $10.
No, that ain't bad at all. I'm just sitting there wondering who's going to fight over that last piece of chicken because it ain't 6, it's 5.
I can eat 5. I mean, I can eat 3 pieces. I can eat 2 wings and a drumstick easy.
Oh, me too. I don't do chicken breast. It ain't that I don't like it. It's just it's my least favorite. And that's even true with turkey. Now on this video, all I tasted was the breast because that breast is going to tell you how well you done on that turkey. If it ain't dried out, the rest of it's right on point.
Moist, yeah, correct.
You seen that one earlier while I was poking in on it, like a sponge holding all that moisture in there.
I like the dark meat on a turkey.
I do too. Well, I'm taking this one tomorrow.
Me too.
I'll probably save a little bit for the old lady to make a sandwich out of. I might make another sandwich, but I'm freeze drying the rest of it. I'm gonna take and slice it all down to just the bone and freeze dry every last bit of it. I'll
You
eat it. If I live to be old enough, I'll eat it in about 20 years or before that if I need to.
Well,
you're gonna make use of the food dehydrator, not dehydrator, the
Freeze dry.
freeze dryer.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take it from her for a day or two then.
Yeah, she hadn't used it much lately. I mean, she has and she hadn't. When she runs out, she'll use it for 2 or 3 days straight, and then it might sit there for a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Until she sells out. She makes a lot when she makes it.
Yeah.
But I've got bins, not bins, but we take them kitty litter buckets, the plastic ones, and I'll hose them out. And I got stuff stacked up this high over here: eggs, freeze dried eggs, milk. Now I want to start building up meat. We got all kind of canned goods put back, and rice.
So you've been making use of it then.
Well, I hadn't lately, but I'm gonna start doing it. We bought 2 pork
okay.
butts. I'm gonna do them on video. It's gonna serve as a video. Taste it, eat a little bit, freeze dry the rest of it, just for down the road. If shit hits the fan bad enough, we'll at least have meat. All you gotta do is reconstitute it, warm it up.
Right.
It's already cooked.
Right.
I told the wife, look, when we're at home, there ain't no eating out.
That's right. We have to curb ourselves sometime, because who don't like to just say, okay, I'm running up Popeyes or wherever you like to eat at. And man, it's like, it's so much cheaper. Just not say that it really depends on what you eat. You can eat real cheap if you want to, if you like biscuits and gravy. I told my wife, we got some of that Uncle Larry's in that jar that's stewing a few. I said, why don't we take a can of tomatoes, mix in with that Uncle Larry's, and there's instant tomato gravy right there. Serve it over biscuits. I'm a happy camper, man. For breakfast.
I love my white gravy on biscuits. I do. I love my white gravy on fried chicken, fried steaks. Anything deep fried pork chop. I love my white gravy.
But I was raised on tomato gravy, man.
Red eye gravy. Yeah, me too.
No, not red eye. Tomato gravy. Tomato gravy.
Oh, you mean like cooking with it?
I'm talking about making a brown gravy and adding tomatoes to it. It gives it a distinctive flavor.
Yeah.
And I love tomato gravy. I've made red eye gravy in the past too. That's made with coffee and a lot of other things. That's more of a Carolina thing,
See,
I
don't like gravy.
Right here, you were talking about eating out or whatever frequent. This right here, these prices for 2 pieces. Now that's a coupon. Okay. Remember I was saying earlier that we used to get a 3-piece for $6.50. I don't know how much a 2-piece actually runs now, for that. With a coupon at $6, it's got to be $7.50. It's got to be, you're saving $1, $1.50 with the coupon or more,
Makes you wonder how they even do that, really, because you got the overhead of a store, you're paying the people to work there. And then
that's $3 per piece of chicken. I'm not including the biscuit and the side.
I know
but that's $3 a piece.
That's done in volume, I reckon. But still, for the individual just to fork out $5 and something plus tax, that ain't much. It's like you think it would be higher, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm glad it ain't.
But you see, without the coupon, you're looking at what, say $7?
At a regular restaurant, at an off-site location.
But at Popeyes, their regular price for that, because that's with a coupon for that price. So, man, stuff's went up a lot.
Go to a truck stop, Popeyes. You spend $10 on a 2-piece.
I bet.
Try to order just a pizza, man. I cannot seem to order a pizza without spending $30. So I'll get Terrain to run up to the racetrack every now and then. They make pizzas right there at the racetrack. And $5, man, for a freaking large. It might not be as good as Pizza Hut or whatever, but it's good enough for $5. You damn right.
I love Hunt Brothers. They got an oven in the convenience store over here. They got one. They used to have one at the Daiquiri Shack, right down the road from me, up the road. We used to get a strawberry daiquiri and we'd split it. You know, like $7 for the daiquiri, extra large daiquiri, $7, strawberry daiquiri, and then it was $10 for the pizza. And it's Hunt Brothers.
Yeah.
And everything on it, $10. Is, you know, now if you order extra cheese, well, it goes up $1. You know, $11. But those are good pizzas. I like the Hunt Brothers.
I've had Hunt's brother. Yeah, ain't bad.
I love them.
You can go to Papa John's and get the extra large New Yorker for $9.99.
We don't have Papa John's. We don't have Domino's in town, which I like. I used to like Domino's a lot because they had one in my hometown. And
Pardon me.
but the Hunt Brothers, I prefer that over anything. We got a Gatti's. I like Gatti's, but the last time we ordered a pizza, I don't know if they gave us the wrong pizza, mixed up our order or something, because that pizza did not taste like a freaking pizza. I don't know, it was a bad pizza. It tastes like something was not rotten, but off. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like, and that's the last time we ate at Gatti's. I mean, not at Gatti's, but got a pizza from Mr. Gatti's.
Yeah. We used to have a Mr. Gaddis in Pascagoula years ago. Sure did.
Andrew, what's up?
Once I'm burned, once a place gives me one thing that's bad, I'm done with them. I never go back. But I will say this, Pizza Hut was my favorite pizza growing up. But nowadays, they don't even resemble what we used to get back then.
Nope, they don't.
They've changed the recipe or something. Like, why would you do that?
On what?
Pizza Hut.
Oh, Pizza Hut. Oh,
they
God.
just changed completely.
It's all that. Okay, like McDonald's, they changed the cooking oil for the French fries. They had to. It was a mandate or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that changed the taste of the French fries. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then now you have what is it? Gluten-free bread and all that stuff. Man, we've been eating bread for 5,000 years, and ain't nobody was complaining about gluten back then.
I asked my ex-wife one time. She said my mom has to eat gluten-free. And I'm like, well, what does gluten do to her? She goes, oh, it gives her gas. I'm like, well, damn, that's the fun part. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, is that it? You get a little gas? Heck no, I ain't going to change up just for that. I'll fart all night long. Don't matter to me.
It's called celiac disease. They thought my dad might have had it. But we used to have a boy in our scout troop that had the celiac disease, and he had to bring his own food and stuff to summer camp for them to cook.
Yeah, I agree with Cajun, though. All the years I come up, I never heard of gluten-free anything until in the last 20 years, maybe, something like that.
No, it's not even in the last 5 years or 10 years I've been hearing about gluten.
Something like that.
10 years is a stretch for me hearing about gluten.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck are they talking about?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, we're not as active as they were back in the 1800s. Everybody worked on the farm.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people sit in the office like I do, so you don't move around as much. You don't burn off the calories that you eat, and the gluten is a weight gainer. Is what it is. But celiac does not allow you to process the gluten to use as fuel.
Mm.
Right.
So it makes you puff up.
Back then too, when we were all coming up, we, like you said, I was raised up on the farm, you know, the ranch, not a ranch, but a farm. And we had well water. So, I mean, we wasn't worried about going to Mexico and drinking the water there. We drank water out the ground, you know. I got
the damn hose
stomach
pipe.
like a billy goat. And you ate everything. I mean, you drank water out the hose. You know, you ate everything. You ate tomatoes. that God knows what was on it, fresh out of the garden. You know, you just had a salt shaker with you. You know, didn't even wash it off. You just didn't know what kind of bug shit that was on there. And you know, our stomach was used to all that bacteria back then. You know,
It builds up defenses in your body.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
good for you to do that.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So we didn't have gluten issues
No,
when we were
didn't.
coming up, because we worked hard all the time. We worked hard. We played hard. When you played hard. Nowadays, playtimes for a kid on a damn Game Boy.
Yeah, exactly. Big 250-pound teenager sitting there with
Yeah.
a Game Boy.
Right.
Sitting
I
there.
mean-
Shit,
Home
we didn't
run,
want to stay inside. We wanted to go out.
I
Always.
heard of home run pizza,
Never heard of that
but
one.
I'm not home run. I heard of that, like from commercials or people talking about it. Home run pizza.
Yeah, we got a Papa John's. I order from them every now and then. I like their Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Man, I forget that little
The
po' boy
barbecue bacon
place.
cheeseburger.
It was in Ocean Springs, or it was north of Highway 90. Well, most everything's north of Highway 90 down in Mississippi. But it was on the north side, about a block or 2 blocks. It was a po' boy place, a sub, you know, Subway. But
Yeah.
it wasn't a Subway. It was kind of like a po' boy shop. Then they had was it chili,
We got a
Philly
few of 'em around
cheesesteak.
here.
And they had
Yeah.
a press. You know, they had a press. Now, if you didn't want your whatever pressed, you know, you didn't, because you don't press a po' boy, you press a sub or whatever. But there was one reason I was going in there, and it was for the Philly cheesesteak. Oh, and another reason, but I can't mention her name.
No, there's
Yeah.
only one po' boy shop that I actually, every time I'm down in Louisiana and I'm in that area, it's called Shortstop Po' Boy, and it's in Metairie. Talking about the best po' boys around ever.
I love a good po' boy, man.
They
We
had
got one here. We got one here in Baton Rouge called Rocco's. He's from New Orleans, and he worked at that place as a teenager. Now he has his own place here in Baton Rouge. And let me tell you, if you don't get there before noon, you're not getting back to the office till after 1 o'clock. That's how busy his place is.
Oh, I bet.
I've gone
There's
in.
a hamburger joint. There's a
I've
hamburger
ordered-
joint here in Opelousas. It's called Joe's Hamburgers, and we had left one guy at the job site in Opelousas, and I had never been there before. But we left the job. We left one guy at the job site to watch the tools and said, you know, I'm gonna pay for you. You stay here, do some work, whatever, you know, and I'll pay you your out, you know, whatever, while we go eat, and I'll bring you back a meal deal, burger and fries and whatever. And he said, okay, that's a deal. And he did actually get work done, but it took us an hour and a half to get back to the job site. That's how busy that place was, and I didn't realize it. They are the best hamburgers in the nation, according to one magazine. Okay, and man, that's a hot spot in town to go to. And if you get there at 12, you ain't getting out till 1:15. Yeah. They go and they cook everything fresh to order and all that. And that's it. You know, they got po' boys, burgers, you know, yada yada. And it's a little bitty hole in the wall place. You walk up to the window, or you can go inside. They added a dining room on it. But man, I'm like, shit. I got one of them paper menus, and I would call in ahead of time and send one guy to go pick up our orders.
Do you remember a place in Pascagoula, Boo, called Aunt Nita's? Aunt Nita's? Aunt Nita's. Used to be on Market Street, and then they moved out there by Public Warehouse. They've been there for years now. But
That don't ring a bell.
This is probably before your time or stay in Pascagoula, but do you remember Tony's Pizza? Used to be on Highway 90.
I think I remember the pizza joint. Yeah.
It's called Tony's Pizza, and they made these pizza burgers. And when they went out of business, they sold that recipe to Aunt Nita's. And I recreated that on video last year before last. And it's on my channel. It's a pizza burger. The way they do it, it Aunt Nita's. And man, it's a mess the way you see me do it. And that's exactly how they do it. But boy, you talk about good.
I'm gonna have to check that video out that you
Yeah.
got.
I talk
I don't
about
remember Aunt Nita, but I remember Tony. Now I got to at Pascagoula. I got there in 2002.
Okay, yeah. Tony's been out of business. Ain't Nita's was still there. But
Because I remember the Publix food
I-
store. I remember
I
that was up by Walmart. That new Walmart they built.
I actually found a previous owner of Aunt Nita's, and I talked to her through Facebook Messenger, and she explained to me exactly how to do it. Now, she didn't give me the recipe for the marinara sauce, but I didn't ask her either. But if you watch that video, you'll see me talk about Pascagoula, the old Tony's that used to be there, and the current place now. I went and ate one a week before I shot that video just so I could remember how it tasted. And I did exactly what she said, and she messaged me the next day. I gave her a link to the video. She goes, "You nailed it, man. That is exactly how we do it." You know,
I remember Ed's, that drive-in.
yeah.
I remember that. Wasn't there? I'm thinking of Abbeville. I think Frank's. Wasn't there? But what other burger joint they had in Pascagoula?
Oh,
That was
God.
about it, huh?
How far you want to go back? They had
I don't know why I want to say Frank something or Frank's.
I don't remember Frank, but I mean, of course,
Right.
all your big names: McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's.
No, I ain't talking about that.
But
because
years ago,
mentioned Hardee's, Ed's,
during the '60s, they
Thunders,
Yeah.
Brass Rail.
during the '60s, they actually up to almost the early '70s, I guess, they had a Colonel Dixie, which was a franchise too. But as far as local places, I can't think of nothing right offhand other than ones you just mentioned, other than Aunt Nita's. What's up, AJ?
What's up, Googan? Hey, Jake.
But yeah, I had fun with that video. You ought to check it out, man. It
I will.
yeah.
I'm gonna check out that other. I think Papa Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's got a spring roll video
Does it?
that he did.
Okay.
I think it's spring rolls instead of egg rolls, because when I seen the spring rolls wrappers, but it wasn't in the refrigerated section.
Yeah.
The spring rolls were in the, on the shelf, with the oyster sauce and all that stuff.
Right.
When I seen spring rolls, man, Papa Texas popped into my brain.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he did a spring roll or egg roll, but I'm pretty sure it's spring roll.
Yeah. If
Video.
you get to looking for
And I know you
regular-
did the egg rolls.
I've done a couple of videos doing egg rolls over the years, a
'Cause I've been
couple of 'em.
hungry for some, and I want to make some.
Yeah, do boudin, man. Take your favorite boudin, roll them up in them egg rolls, and fry them at 350 degrees till they're golden brown and bubbly. Drain them on some paper towels and dive in. They good.
Yeah.
Take some of that Jack Miller's, scoop it over the top of it, whatever you want to do.
When
Drain it.
Raising Cajun was here a few weeks back, about a month ago, I think, we brought him to the slaughterhouse here in town, and they don't actually kill at that spot. They still have the slaughterhouse right outside, in the country.
Yeah.
But they still got the kill floor over there. So it's all fresh meat. When you buy ground meat from them, it was made that day. It
Okay.
was made that day. Oh yeah. Boudin made that day. Cracklings, they don't keep nothing left over.
Heck yeah. I like to do a boudin run one of these days. Me and Trina just hit Louisiana, go around Scott, Louisiana there, and just check out all
Man,
the different.
you almost on my doorstep when you hit Scott.
Yeah, I like to go check out Billy's. I hear that he's like one of the best.
Yeah.
I already know what
Boudin.
Best Stop tastes like. That's one of my favorites, but I haven't had nothing to compare it with. You know.
T-Boy's Boudin. Okay, that's now Hebert's. I don't know. My cousin died.
Yeah.
Junior Luquette, he died. So I don't know who has the slaughterhouse now in Abbeville. The one me and Randy RXTX are talking about. And he was like, man, you go to Hebert's, you get the best Boudin,
Yeah.
in Abbeville. And I'm like, hell yeah. I said, that was my cousin's place. Well, Junior was married to Clement's daughter, Clement Hebert. That's why it's called Hebert's Meat Market,
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse. And my cousin married the daughter. So when Clement died, well, he bought the place because he worked there. He was a butcher and that was that old time recipe from 80 years is still there. And that was some greasy Boudin, which I like greasy Boudin.
Yeah.
And they use long grain rice. They would
I
have
do.
like the Mahatma water made rice. They would have the 100-pound or 50-pound sacks on the shelf. Now
Yeah.
it was for sale if you wanted to buy a sack, but that was the rice they used over there. And they had the red Boudin, which is the blood Boudin.
Yeah. I don't,
But that was there was 2 parishes in Louisiana that could have blood Boudin. That was Vermilion Parish, and I forget the other parish. And it might have been up here somewhere because they got blood Boudin up here. So anyhow, and you have to sterilize the blood. Now this just gave it the color. That's all. It wasn't that much blood. It was just a little bit to give it the color
yeah.
and a little flavor. It had a unique flavor also.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a little out the way, for like coming down here or whatever, just a Boudin hop, like you were saying. But Hebert's, once you taste that Boudin, you will talk about it for years.
Yeah.
That was some damn good Boudin.
One of the best that I've ever had that was store bought, and Keith Jenkins brought it over here. This back when I first met him, and we did it. We smoked it on my Kamado Joe Classic way back when, and he brought some hot pork and he brought some crawfish Boudin, and there was a company called LeBlanc, and they don't deliver, man. I've tried to order that stuff, but Shade Tree, I'm just about out of all them Cleveland products, man, 'cause we use it all the time. So I doubt there's any more videos coming unless they send me some more. I won that. I won that off that I think Sleeper Barbecue. I won that package.
Lance.
And, yeah, Lance. I won that off Leprechaun. He's the one that offered all that stuff, and Christy ended up winning that night, and she had just won something, so she gifted it to me. Lucky me, cause that's some good stuff. But no, I doubt there's any more videos coming, cause it's just pretty much gone, unless I order some or whatever.
What's up, Indiana Tones?
If you watch that video, I was talking about it earlier, where I did the egg roll, the Boudin balls, and the link Boudin. That Boudin recipe, that particular one. Now I do it different. Since that video, I ground all that through a grinder, not the rice, but everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And my preferred method is take this big old 10-quart mixer I got and shred that pork. But I gave that recipe, which I gave it to everybody through that video. But Brian Ducharme on Smokehouse Bayou, you probably seen me do videos about his beef jerky and everything. Well, he called me one night. He said, man, do you have a Boudin recipe that's like actually written down where every ingredient? I'm like, I sure do. So I sent him that recipe, and man, you ought to watch him roll. He just opened a place in Van Cleve. He's selling out daily with my recipe.
Wow.
And what I did is I kind of reversed engineered Best Stop's Boudin. And I reversed engineered it off the label. And man, it's really good. Everybody I know that's tasting, he told me, he says, man, I want to bring you some. I said, Brian, I already know what it tastes like. I gave you the recipe. And But yeah, he's doing good with it. I'm glad.
I like Best Stop's boudin. I like the cracklings. In fact, I ate some cracklings
it.
a while back. The first October, me, Johnny, and Missy went to the K-Bon festival, K-Bon party in Rain,
Yeah.
and Best Stop was there with their tent, their big 20 by 20 tent, 25 by 25 tent, one of them big ones.
Yeah.
And they were making cracklings, deep frying them right there, Johnny on the spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to make a joke about Johnny right here, but anyway, I bought some cracklings. They had a boudin. They had the little boudin nuggets. They had they wasn't pieces cut up, like that. Like when you order it, they cut them up for you, and you open that up, and the boudin's kind of sticking out a little bit out the casing.
Yeah.
These were little casings that were rounded over on each side. Don't ask me how they did that. I have an idea how they did, but it wasn't tied or twisted or nothing. They were perfect round, like a bullet. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. They looked like a big elongated egg, but they were boudin piece, and I think they were $1 a piece. So they were actually making money,
Yeah.
a lot of money at that festival for that, which you got to, because you got to pay so much, to be there and have your product there, because that's a charity thing.
I'm gonna make some more boudin this winter. I got everything to do it with, and I love eating it.
Hey, the pork butt's on sale right now for.
I've got 2 in the freezer right now.
Look here.
Yeah.
Hormel. I think that's Hormel. Yeah,
You
Hormel.
still gotta send me that the way y'all cook that potato salad.
Oh yeah, man. We don't have that wrote down though.
You should know it.
We don't. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to make it. You know what? We're gonna do a video on it one day. We're gonna do a video. How's that sound?
I need it this week.
Oh, okay.
I want to make some potato salad.
What if I make a video tomorrow?
That'd be good.
Okay. Indiana Tones is in the house. Mr. Lou D. What's happening? He's a metal detector guy.
Just make sure you go into details.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I will. We'll make, like this many potatoes, but I'd like some red potatoes to do it with. I love potato salad is best with red potatoes. Irish potatoes, we call them Irish potatoes, kind of short.
The way
Missy
made that,
across the bar.
the way Missy made that potato salad, oh golly, that was good.
Yeah, everybody loves a potato salad. And Matt Vedrine, he loves her rice dressing, and he pays her, but he doesn't pay her. He buys everything for her to make it with. And one time we had a big old fete down there at the camp, like a festival at the camp on Bahia Catawba. Anybody and everybody was welcome. We barbecued, I don't know how much stuff. Johnny was there. The band was playing. Man, we must have barbecued 125 pounds of meat, chicken and pork chops and all that. Missy made a big, huge rice dressing that could feed 100 people. And because, man, we had all together for 2 or 3 days. Yeah, we had the big camp there at the house, and then we had the camper over there. That was been set up on that land for a long time. And right on Bahia Catawba, I built the boat dock out there. And man, I got a video on it. I got a couple of videos, at the camp. The band at the camp.
Hey, Boo, I got to run because I got to get up kind of early in the morning. My son's going to pick me up. I'm going to go over there and finish welding that pontoon up. Right. And so plus I got to pull the car up to the garage.
I got to get out of here too. I'm an hour and 15 over.
All right.
I appreciate you coming up, Russ.
Yeah, man. No problem.
Good
But,
talking to you again.
We'll check y'all next time.
That'll work. All right, I'm gonna check them videos out.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Pluto. All right, Southern Coin Hunter, Van the Man. We're gonna start with you. Do your outro.
Well-
Say your goodbyes.
One thing I could not get my word in while it was tomorrow.
Oh
at
yeah,
1:30
yeah.
Tomorrow at 1:30 on Whatnot, I'm selling coins for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know what Whatnot is. I never been there, never been on it, and
It's an app. It's an
I
app
tend to
where
stay
people.
away from it.
It's a rabbit hole. You don't want to go down. But yeah, I got about 58 lots, including 3 rows of BU coins, which actually I went in Monday and I bought 25 from the coin store. We got the other 25 today, and they got 9 more for me. I'm picking up Monday or Tuesday next week. So I'm doing some low end to some high end stuff. I'm testing the water, see how it goes. Who knows? If you my latest video, there's a link where you can click on it, install the app. $15 credit. Only thing you gotta do is pay for shipping. But you can use it anywhere. But you can buy anything on Whatnot, from coins, knives, watches. I mean, they sell all kinds of stuff.
All right.
So, well, let me get on out of here because I am tired. Finding that rain tonight it wore my ass out.
I got you. Yeah, you delivering pizzas and all that weather.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, Van.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
let you
Good evening.
All right. Raising Cajun, your turn, brother.
All righty. Well, thanks for the link. Sorry I had to dip out for a little bit, but I was at the shipper taking care of that business.
Right.
But everybody, y'all stay safe this week. Have a great weekend. I'll be home this coming week, so everybody on the channel, just watch out for videos popping. Live stream coming this week also from the if I have good reception. I'm gonna pop a live stream. I don't know if it's either gonna be in the garage or the office, but it's gonna be somewhere at the house.
Got you. All right.
Maybe I might try my hand in a cooking video. I don't know. We'll see about that one.
That'll work.
But other than that, y'all keep those wheels spinning, your beavers grinning. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right, Raiden, appreciate you coming in, brother. All right. Good seeing everybody in the panel tonight. I know I wasn't live last night, but oh boy, I got that ingrown toenail, and I just got out not long before got out of urgent care, which that was a bad experience. It wasn't a bad experience, but it wasn't what I thought was going to happen. So anyway, now all it is a Band-Aid station. So Alden Davis, what's up, Mon Ami? Hadn't seen you in a long time. Caught the end of the video. We are doing the outros. All right, everybody. Good seeing everybody. And y'all know the routine is good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. We'll catch y'all later. A Pluto.